What's going on, everybody? This is BMT coming at you again, man. I had to do this one. I was following behind and trailing on this one for a minute, but I was going to see that anybody was going to be willing to talk about it. But see, I understood that I got to be that guy. I got to be that guy that's going to talk about it because, see, I'm going to just keep it a buck with you because we always hear about, these high value type of people, these kind of guys, if they were running things that, everything would go good or, we'll be in a utopia or, so I said, you know what, guess what? Whenever I see a high value guy or a woman, I'm going to make sure I go, follow them up and do a story or actually just, review what got going on. And I definitely wanted to look at this one. So I saw this about an artist named Casanova. Now he's the rapper named Casanova, not the composer Casanova, or the ladies man, the finesser, but the rapper Casanova. Choose life in prison and gang activity in the community over a 4 mil lifestyle. And some people saying, like, BMT, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? And I'm serious. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, it's a conspiracy, or, maybe somebody set him up, or maybe the white man just had it out for this type of guy where he wanted him dead. And I'm like, I would want to give you that. But we can pull out the stuff that they have on him. And it amazes me that it bothers me because you'll have it where there'll be people these are the people that will speak for the community, talk about injustices, talk about all the wrongdoings and all the stuff that goes on. But then all of a sudden, they get caught up in these kind of things, gun charges or racketeering or literally all kinds of things that they do to their people. But they're the boys for the people. So I said, okay, then I guess we'll have to get at it. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab the information of all the stuff that's being put out about this man, because I find it crazy. Well, actually, I don't, because we always hear the talking points that if they had gotten a chance to possibly turn their lives around, would these people do it? And we won't say everyone, but we definitely know that some people, more money is just means of more problems. That they just have more money to do more ample stuff. That's why sometimes I still do believe that we do deserve reparations, but also in the same sense, looking at how some of the mindset is, I have to sometimes wonder. So let me go ahead and grab this. So I'll tell you, boy, this is rough, man. It's like another wayward lost soul. So first off, Casanova. That's Casanova right there. Okay. We are to focus on me, but y'all can focus on him. Casanova is literally worth $4 million. More than your Nipsey Hussle, worth more than some of y'all favorite little rappers and stuff. Literally, I mean, he's not the biggest rapper, but he's worth something. This is since 2019. So he has money. So Casanova's net worth, Casanova is an American rapper who has a net worth of $4 million. Casanova was born in Brooklyn in October 27, 1986. His debut studio album, Commissary, was released in 2018. Casanova released his mixtape, Be Safe, though, in 2017. Buzz began to build after he released his first original song, Don't Run. He was involved in gangs early on in his life and dropped out of school in the 8th grade. He was arrested, and his cellmate was A$AP Rocky. Wow. Casanova signed with Jay-Z's label Roc Nation in 2016. That same year, he started his own company, 2 Times Entertainment. And he has signed Ja Dweller, Lamont Sincere. He has also collaborated with artists including Young M.A., Fabulous, Dave East, Don Q, Chris Brown, G-Eazy, Rich the Kid, Tory Lanez, DeVito, and more. Casanova's singles include Line Me, The Old 50, Go Best Friend, Left, Right, and Set Trippin', and 2 a.m. So this man, I don't know that many people that get this many chances in life. Like, I just don't know. I don't know that many people that literally drop out of school. I mean, you come from an impoverished area. You drop out of school. You get arrested. You get incarcerated in all kind of trouble at a young age. You join up with gangs, and you're worth $4 million. I swear, God favors the stupid. What do they say? God has love and mercy, benevolence upon the dumb and widows. The fools and widows. I don't call them dumb. The fools and widows. He has so much mercy upon them. And I know a lot of y'all saying, well, BMT, what that got to do with what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that got to do with him? Because, you know, he's making moves. And I'm like, okay, so he met all these famous people. He got signed to Rock Nation, one of the highest studios in the land. Then started his own studio, so you became your own boss, in a sense. Had artists under you. So you had everything you want. How could you have messed that up? But see, you gotta understand that some people, they get a rush of that type of lifestyle of being out there in the streets. It's like my cousin used to say, the streets are calling to me, Joe. The streets are calling. I gotta get back out there in the streets. And I'm like, Mikey, I don't get it. You got a girl, you got a house, you got a whole spot. What is out there in that streets that so much entices you to want to go back out there? Like, I mean, come on, man. And I would watch his girl. I would watch Mikey's girl plead with. See, this is the thing about it. Some brothers don't want to leave the streets. See, we got to have a realization. For a lot of y'all, peace to the brothers in the chat, peace to the sisters in the chat. We got to be real with y'all. I got to tell y'all right now. Some people don't want to leave that street culture. Some people don't want to. They talk about the home, but they don't really care about the home. They actually rather be out there in the streets. They rather be running in the streets. They can't help themselves. So even though Cynical can very much offer the brother a job, that brother might not want to, he may not need, see, this is why I have a problem when I hear some brothers say there ain't no jobs out there. Is there no jobs out there, or is that not the job you want to submit to or be in or work for? Is it that there's no brothers trying to help you? Because Jay-Z didn't have to sign them. Rock Nation didn't have to sign him. But see, Jethro doing that, see, a brother like Casanova say, who is this white collared fool? You know, you got me working for the white man. I can't do that. See, I got to be out there in the street. I got to be out there running stuff, baby. Now, maybe there was honeys out there. Maybe there was probably females out there. Wait. Hold up. Swaggy Jazzy, rapper Casanova's wife. Wait, Casanova, you had a whole wife? Casanova, you had a whole wife? And children? So let me get this straight. So Casanova You a whole father. See, that's why I want to break this down for y'all. I gotta chop it up. See, there's a proverb in the Bible. What does a man have to gain from the world but loseth his whole soul? And you see, y'all like, what are you talking about, BMT? You see, I'm trying to tell y'all the business and the mindset, and I'm trying to talk to y'all why that a man, like some of these brothers can have everything, the money, the woman, the kids, the family, everything, the network. And they still would rather be out there in the streets with people that have nothing to gain, nothing to lose, and throw it all away just to be around them. He had a beautiful wife. Let me make sure let me pull up this beautiful woman. Because see, sometimes I know I'll hear somebody gonna say, well, maybe it was a woman that brought him out there into the streets. Brooklyn rapper and Jay-Z's Rock Nation artist, Casanova, 2 times got himself in trouble with the feds, along with 17 other untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation members face indictment charge. Now, I want you to understand, this man has a whole family, y'all. This man, literally, the rapper faced 3 charges of conspiracy to commit racketeering, conspiracy to distribute controlled substances. Oh man, and possession of a firearm and furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. Although this darker time of Casanova, his wife Swaggy stayed loyal and supportive towards him. Lord have mercy, boy. I don't see sometimes. This is why I'm saying when submission goes wrong. See, this is for me when I say submission goes wrong. And let me explain to y'all why I say when submission goes wrong. Because I always hear the talk about being submissive and submission. But I wonder, when you follow that type of submission, we all seen Power. I didn't really watch it, but I know enough about it by listening to what y'all say. You know what I'm saying? But listen, y'all. If I found out today or tomorrow that Mimi is selling $2,500 dollars of cocaine under my bed, she's like, don't worry, baby, I got it all. No, I'm out. No, submission stops. We done. There is no us. There is no, because see, at that time in your life, what's going on, DJ Killzone? What's going on, fam? Shout out to DJ Killzone on the channel out there gaming. What's going on? What's going on, Desky? Make sure I read y'all stuff. I realize you can only run the streets so long until the streets run you to the ground and gone. Yep. Shout out to Exhibit for saying it. Very good quote, Cynical. See, I want you brothers, make sure y'all share this, because we need to have a talk about Casanova. We're going to have to talk about it. Oh, yeah, he got life coming, Alpha Trader. Some of us will never touch that kind of money he's touching. Actually, most of us probably won't ever get close to that kind of money. But see, he had the money. He had the woman. He had the clothes. He had his children under his roof. The stuff that we get wet and we want, we can't get. And so, in him doing that, guess what? He didn't care. Why would he care? And doggone, he's like, you know what? Hell with it. The streets are for me. I gotta be out there, baby. I got to get what's mine. So I can't feel too bad for Casanova being out there, man. Y'all gonna say, oh man, this is the white man. The white man don't give you that many doggone chances, baby. Sometime it be you. This man had everything, the world. Let me get back into it, man. I'm getting ahead of myself. But I know somebody's gonna throw out all kind of excuses for this type of behavior. Swaggy Jazzy and Casanova had known each other since a very long time. As Swaggy remarked in an interview at the Little Mo show, she and Brooklyn rapper have been together since 2005. They were together when police arrested Casanova for burglary. Heck, even Jazzy was also her accomplice in a look. Whoa, my gosh! So she was also part. That's what I said. There's the Wendy. There's the Wendy. There's the Wendy. There's the Wendy, y'all. Nah, we would like to think he left it alone. We would like to. In a perfect world, we would like to say he did, DJ. But see, some people, they can't say no to that lifestyle. They can't say no to that type of feeling. Because they gotta get a taste. They gotta know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't know how to say no. He was so hurt that, guess what? He said, damn my wife, damn my kids. I just want to be in that number. So he definitely did that one. He played himself. Let me go ahead and click on right up in there. And you already seen she's been an accomplice before. I can't be giving you all too much juice. I tell you, man, the man was overcompensatingly blessed. I think that's probably why I'm frustrated. Because see, we always hear about men saying that they want that submissive woman, they want that money, they want that access, they want everything, but then when they finally get it, like guys like him, they blow it. So right here. So in Newsweek, they asked the question, who is Casanova? And why is the rapper wanted by the FBI? New York rapper Casanova is among 18 people who have been indicted over alleged gang-related crimes, including racketeering, murder, drugs, firearm, and fraud offenses. Acting U.S. Attorney Audrey Strauss and other law enforcement officials issued a statement on Tuesday, said untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation gang members. God dang, that was their doggone tag. Hey, y'all get some shorter gang name, man. Untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation gang members committed terrible acts of violence, trafficked in narcotics, and even engaged in brazen fraud by exploiting benefit programs meant to provide assistance in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. It sounded like he wasn't that innocent because he was taking advantage of government programs. So he was also doing fraud. The statement said 17 of the 18 named in the indictment were in custody. But the FBI's New York office then tweeted in the picture of Casanova, whose legal name is Caswell Sr., saying he was still being sought. So they had already arrested 17 of them, but Caswell said, I'm not going out like that. No, y'all got to find me. Y'all going to have to catch me. Casanova is a 34-year-old Brooklyn rapper who is currently signed to the record label Roc Nation. He told Revolt Radio's The Breakfast Club about how he got involved in the gang life from a young age before spending 8 years in prison. So you already gave up 8 years of your life to the streets. You gave up 8 years of your life to the streets and came out and got a $4 million deal. My God. Who gets that lucky? I mean, honestly, who gets that lucky? I don't get, listen, bro, I wish in all of heaven, boy, that I would get that lucky. But I understand some of y'all cannot let go of that way of life. Y'all can't let go of the streets. The streets be calling. So my cousin would say, he said, the streets are calling me, Joe. I got to get back to the streets. I said, what kind of crack does the streets got on you, man? He said, just something about that rush. He told Revolt Radio, he said, 8 years in prison, where his roommate was later discovered to be have been rapper A$AP Rocky. So I guess you and A$AP Rocky were sharing a jail cell. I guess that's something to brag about. I don't know why. But the label website shared a bio of rapper which says Casanova commanding presence was shaped by his flat brush upbringing, where he learned to deal with a variety of people and situations at an early age. Although his family provided him with a nice home and everything he wanted as a child. Whoa. Pause. We're not going to ignore that. So you had a family that provided you with a nice home. See, there's always that narrative I hear. Let me have a drink of water. So you had a mama, you had a daddy, you had a home and shelter, warm bed, food, and all that stuff. You had that stuff at your fingertips, but you still, see, this is why I say sometimes, y'all, some people are going to want to go to the sun. They just got to find out. They don't care. As Jesus said it best to the Pharisees, he said, you are your father, the devil. Some of y'all just want to dance with the devil. And you see, I'm not going to lose no sleep. See, I done did my best. I'm doing my best for my children. But if my children want to go out there in the streets and not heed my voice, if they want to go out there and get into crime and all kind of foolishness, I don't want to hear. But listen, y'all better not come to. Don't y'all dare shed a tear for my child. Don't y'all dare cry and say, "Oh my God, it's the white man. He done got your baby." I said, "Nope, not this time. Nope. We did right by him, me and his mama. If they wanted to go out there, nope. Let them have it. I done shed the blood for my children. I am already the example of what happens when you do the wrong thing. I done did everything so that way they don't have. But see, I understand sometimes you have to feel. You got to get burned. And he said, in everything he wanted as a child, the corrupting allure of instant gratification And the high of peer acceptance had him committing robberies by the age of 11. This is his bio. This is what this man was bragging about. He had the family. He had a nice home. He had everything he wanted as a child. But see, he wanted the instant gratitude. See, this is why I told y'all, watch out for these social media outlets. Watch out for these women. Watch out for these men. Watch out for this peer pressure y'all be getting told to on these social media. See, somebody needs to hear this. See, I understand Casanova's children. If you hear this today, I want y'all to hear this. Don't follow your daddy. Your daddy failed y'all. Your daddy chose the streets over y'all, and I'm sorry, but your daddy never loved y'all. But if he loved y'all, he would have walked away from the streets long ago. Man, he could have said that long time ago, DJ. He could have said that long time ago that he cut. A lot of these dudes say that a lot. A lot of them say that they cut off the streets, but they be lying. A lot of them say that they don't have no street tie, but they be lying their asses off. That's like a dude saying, baby, I'm not going to cheat on you no more, but you still got contacts with the broad. That's like the lady saying, yo, baby, I'm going to do right. I'm going to treat you like the king, but she's steady disrespecting you in front of her family. See, people say whatever they got to say just to get you out their back to get publicity. Other than that, they don't really. Now, you're right. They care more about the streets They care more about the streets than actually the accountability. See, I know y'all would see that. See, here's the thing about. See, this I know. See, this that's why I said, because see, y'all find it hard to believe that a man with so much things going for him would not throw it by the wayside just to be out there in the streets. Huh? That's the problem. That's the thing about it when it comes to brothers. That's the thing about it when it comes to a lot of them. I know men today got the woman, got the kids, got the home, but they still run out there in the streets. They'll still run out there in the streets. They won't. They can actually just do the work. But see, doing the work would mean that you wouldn't have that fun. See, that's why I know some of y'all never been in that lifestyle. It's a rush. He told you. He literally that's his bio. He said, I like this. I like this lifestyle. I like being I like these things. I like the women. I like the drugs. I like all the stuff. Guilty by association? There is no guilty by association. See, listen, I'm going to let you know right now. When I say I cut you off, I cut you off. I don't tolerate you. I don't deal with you. I don't sit with you. You don't have my number. You can't get in contact with me. When people don't want to deal with you, especially with that kind of money, they don't have to deal with you. This ain't no love and hip hop where we just so happen to bump at a cafe. No, that's why I got assistants for. We don't just meet by coincidence. I know females that when they say that they don't want to deal with you no more, you can't find them anymore on Facebook or social media. You can't get a hold of, you can't get close to them. I know brothers that tell their wives, I'm not going to deal with my baby mama no more. Don't worry, baby. But somehow you always at that broad's house at 1 o'clock in the morning. That little Negro ain't doggone awake, bro. But I know it's open around 1. You can't run no game. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all trying to run. See, if that's the case, why was he running to Georgia? See, I got it. I understand. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody's so more gullible than the black man. I swear, boy. Y'all try to see the good in everything that is full of shit. But see, I'm trying to let y'all know. This man never gave a shit about his family. He never gave a shit about his family. And I won't probably be surprised if his woman didn't know. I won't be surprised. See, when you're a father, all my affiliated ties out there in the world, I cut them off. Those ain't my boys out there. See, that's the problem with some of our brothers today, some of the men today. Y'all still think y'all can be cool with the people out there in the streets while trying to balance the household until your girl gets shot, until your people do something and compromise you. You gotta understand, FBI don't just jump on things like that. When they do racketeering, that means they've been thoroughly investigating you for a while. When they do a RICO on you, that means say they already have somebody implanted in on your operations. Haven't y'all learned anything from Tekashi 6ix9ine? You think this guy would have stopped? Danny Hernandez got arrested about a year and some change ago on a RICO. If anything, I'm like, yo, and you was in the studio with this type of guy. But I forgot some of y'all think y'all can't be touched. That's why I understand. Don't worry, I'm gonna open up later. But I want it to be where we thoroughly dissect, because some people, when it comes to these artists, it's hard to believe they would go this kind of length. So, and mind you, this is for News Weekly. You see, they're going to thoroughly investigate you. They want to know what is it about you that literally, but see, white people don't know who the hell you are. You white folks don't know who you are. They said the bio said, and mind you, this is the bio, right? You can look up on him. This is the bio at Rock Nation. He told Revolt Radio, the Breakfast Club, how he got involved in gang life from a young age, literally 8 years in prison, where his roommate was discovered to be ASAP Rocky. He literally has it down also on his bio with Rock Nation. Mind you, with Rock Nation, that means you literally sat down with them and actually had them write out your bio. You chose that. Casanova, Brooklyn Arts, signed to Rock Nation. Like, he told Revolt, signed to Rock. So that means you were telling people about you, what you. It Read Rap became a viable career option after it got down when you trapping. His take on Yo Gotti's 215 hit down in the DM led to club appearances, which led to money. He released his first original song, Don't Run, in 2016, which is really ironic, but he was running from the law. So he said, F family, I'm running. And the aggressive warning shot set New York City's radio and club scenes ablaze. The rapper's name came up during Tekashi 6ix9ine's bombshell testimony. Uh-oh. So your name came up during Tekashi 6ix9ine testimony against his former 9 Trey gangster blood associates in 2019. Tekashi 69's real name Daniel Hernandez testified that his crew had clashed with other artists, including Casanova, who he claimed was in another Bloods group. The pair reportedly had an ongoing feud in October. Casanova said he confronted 69 about his comments he had made. Casanova told the Hot 97 morning show he took trolling to a whole nother level, but at the end of the day, when I spoke to him, he was like, Cas, I don't even know you. He was speaking proper English, and I said, this is really a little kid. And I remember that beef, because Casanova was saying he was going to knock him out and probably have killed this kid. But he said, I'm not part of no gang. I'm not part of no affiliation. I don't hang around those type of people. So Casanova, on record, said, I don't get down like that. He said that. So you're telling me, when you had the signs, you had the markings, everything with the blood was written on the wall, you knowingly, I'm sorry, man, you don't get this many chances. You don't. Because see, if I know it's getting hot, I'm going to stop. Call me scared, call me whatever y'all got to say, but see, I got too much to lose. $4 million, that's a lot to lose. A family, wife, and children, that is a lot to lose. But see, some people, they think they want to ride it out. But see, I'm going to ask y'all, where's y'all proof on what y'all saying? We got the proof on all the stuff he's doing right here. See, I done did the research on him. It took me 3 to 4 days to probably research this guy. What y'all going off of what? Oh, he said that he wasn't hanging around with people. How long ago he said that? I can say I don't believe I'm black, but I look in the mirror, they got a camera footage of me. Y'all going with 6ix9ine. But see, the Guerrilla Gang done said something different. Because I really want to say what. So let me keep on moving, because here we go. Why he was wanted by the FBI on December 1st, Casanova was among 18 alleged members of the untouchable guerrilla gang Nation Gang, who were indicted on a range of criminal charges. The rapper himself was indicted on charges of conspiracy to commit racketeering, conspiracy to distribute controlled substance, and firearm possession. But the officials said that's only 17 of them. See, they actually released it out there. The FBI released that. 18 members of the untouchable guerrilla gang, Stone Nation Gang, charged with racketeering, murder, narcotics, firearms, and fraud offenses. ADIC Sweeney Gorilla Stone is actually not untouchable. Boy, full statement, and literally it is right here. It said, As the indictment alleges, the violence of the drug activity committed by these gang members threatened the safety of our communities and placed innocent lives at risk. Their unabashed criminal behavior, as alleged, included the murder of a 15-year-old and even extended to defrauding programs meant for people suffering economic hardship due to the pandemic. But thanks to the partnership of hard work of all law enforcement agencies involved in this investigation, we were able to stop this violent criminal organization and show that the Gorilla Stone is actually not untouchable. Ooh. So why was his company committing fraud? Isn't it already hard enough for people as it is? Why was he out to commit a fraud?
What's up, BMT? What's good, man?
What's going on, DJ?
So, what's good? So, what I gathered is Casanova, because I've watched his Breakfast Club interviews. I heard him on, I think he was on Combat Jack. I heard him on the Premium Pete show.
But how long ago was that, DJ?
This was just early as last year and this year. He been on different podcasts and stuff like that. And I've listened to him tell his story. I'm not the biggest Casanova fan. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you, but I've seen him, talking to his crew and telling his crew, "Yo, we got to take this seriously," because they was getting into fights and stuff. Different rapper crews, including 6ix9ine, was attacking them and trying to get them. You know what I'm saying? He was getting into it with, I think Pop Smoke and them's crew. He had stepped away from that. 6ix9ine and them had jumped them at the Barclays. He stepped away from that, and then because he knew that he was a target. When you around Puffy and these cats like that, they telling him, "Yo, you got to tell your crew to tighten up." And he spoke on that, like, "Hey, I've been trying to get my brothers jobs. I've been trying to get my brothers this, that, and the third, and I've had to cut people off because they don't want to get down with the program." So now, when you get cut off from the crew, what do what do you go and do? You go back out here in the streets and you go do your thing. You get knocked. The first thing they throw on the table is the picture of Casanova. So you know how they do. They get you a Big Mac, they get you a coffee, they get you some White Castles or whatever you want, KFC, whatever it is, because they want Casanova. You know what I'm saying? They want They got Taxstone out of here. They've got Bobby Smurder and them out of here. And that was because Bobby Smurder and the other boy, Rowdy Rebel, they walking into the studio and these cats got these guns, and they told them the reason why they got 6 or 7 years was because they're like, "Look, we told our peoples not to bring that stuff there." They said, "Okay, well, y'all was there when we pulled up with the guns. Y'all gave y'all testimony, y'all corroborated y'all testimony. Everybody else didn't say nothing. So we got to give you a mandatory minimum. We gonna give you 10 years. You already been in jail for 7, 8 months. We gonna take 3 years off for good behavior. You gonna come home in 2021. Case closed." So they pulled you. The thing is, I want to go with you on it, BMT, but I feel like when you get into these positions, and Yo Gotti has said this, Gucci Man, Jeezy has said this, 50 Cent has even said this. You cannot, like, he got rid of what's the dude's name? I forget 50. He always talks about the dude, but he ended up having to cut the dude off, and I forget his name. He always comes up in like the beef videos. He's always on Report Card Radio, but it's one brother that used to be with G Unit, and he talked about it in his book. He said, "Look, I had to cut off this brother. I was getting ready to sign him. I was getting the paperwork together. I told him, I said, don't get in no foolishness, don't get in no fights, don't get in no nothing, because we just had the thing at the Source Awards. The brother didn't he got into it with a guy over a jersey on the road. This is with 50 now, and he said, you know what, bro, you going back to New York." And ever since then, this brother been dissing 50, calling him a bunch of MFs and names and stuff like that. So you got these guys that are disgruntled employees that get caught up because they get cut off and cut out of what's going on. So they go back to the streets. And as soon as they get caught, then they start pointing people out and say, "Okay, yeah, back 5, 6 years ago when the statute of limitations is up right before the deal, you know what I'm saying? We saw Cass do this." They saying that because, especially the females, because they're not trying to go to jail for no type of time. So they asking, they got one detective over here, another detective over here, and they asking, "Where's Cass? Where's Cass? We want Cass. You know something about Cass? You know, if you tell on Cass, you know what I'm saying? Because that's who we want. We don't want you. We want Cass and over." They all fall like dominoes each and every time. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, BMT, is that I don't believe this is a man that I've seen, like, and I know brothers who are associated with him and been on camera saying, look, they work with him, that have been in that Def Jam building, that have told him the same thing that we saying, like, leave that alone. Go a different route. Do this over here. And he's adhered to it because they've given him sponsorships. They given and these are guys that have been in the streets as well. I'm not gonna say no names because I don't want to incriminate them either or associate them neither. But that's what it is. And I feel the same thing with G Herbo. G Herbo let his crew run the business, the day to day, but they also over there scamming, right? So he just thinking, man, they just doing their thing or whatever. They using my money to handle the business, and they give me stuff. They fly me out. He don't know. G Herbo don't know that these cats is using his name and his money.
Let's keep it on Casanova.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Same thing with Casanova.
You're going around there.
What I'm saying, same thing with Casanova. Casanova's like, look, I've taken these brothers out of the street. I've given them jobs. I say, hey, go post these posters up here. Go to the radio station for me and tell them that we want to, we go, giving them managerial and secretarial, secretary duties, getting them to go, pick up the money, bring the money back. He's been doing these different things for these brothers, but if these brothers decide, man, I want to have $4 million too, so they get disgruntled, they get angry, they get upset. He said he's cut off a lot of different people. So as soon as you cut them off, you can't cut off somebody that has a lot of dirt on you and expect, okay, when they get knocked, like I think he knew it was coming because he had to cut a lot of people off. He knew that at certain point.
Why did he run down to Atlanta? Why did he run down to Atlanta
on the run? I don't think he ran down in Atlanta. He was living in Atlanta.
No, he ran.
That's what I'm saying. The media is trying to paint him a picture because they want to paint they want to build you up to turn you back down.
So hold on now. I listened to you for a good few minutes, and I'm about to pass over to Jay. But before I do that, I want to showcase this. I feel because you gotta understand when it comes to racketeering, they like to build up a lot. They like to wait till they catch you doing something. They like to wait till they catch you doing something to where it's hard to deny. Now, this is the night that I guess somehow he must have got lost. Maybe he got lost. Who knows? But what are the odds that him and the few guys in this footage are the same guys getting out to go kill a 15-year-old boy?
Again, now, guilty by association. He don't.
Riding. So you never thought to go tell the police? You never thought to go?
But don't know. It's just like this. It's like the end of Boys in the Hood, right?
Really?
You don't know. If you don't know what's going on, then these your guys. They telling you we going to the show. We pulling up over here real quick. They get out the car. You in the car. You don't know what's going on, right? Let's just say he don't know. We can't speculate and know. We just got it on. We got this footage right here where he's in the car. They get out, walk up the block, pop him.
Are you really saying Casanova that stupid? Are you really saying he that stupid that he don't know that they killed somebody and he gave them money?
I'm saying I don't think.
Come on, man.
I don't think we want to. But I'm saying, BMT, you making it sound personal because I understand where you coming from. We work hard to do the right thing, but we can't just keep vilifying these brothers that at the wrong place and the wrong time.
How is he my brother and he's been selling and his group been selling drugs?
That's the group. That's the group. I can't control what these brothers do. And then if they lying, if they coming back, he say they get back in the car, right? He in the car. He 2-3 blocks down away from where they do this shooting. Because I know they probably walked up to the kid. They was looking for somebody else. This probably his little brother or cousin or something like that. They asked him where he is. They shot. We hear this all the time. The brothers get back in the car. They say, yo, he probably asked him everything good. Yeah. They drive off. Out of sight, out of mind. Now, Casanova, when he's hearing this, like we all hearing this, like, damn, he's probably thinking of every time that he's been with them when they went to go handle business outside of the time that they have issues with the rapper crews. I'm not going to, I can't give him shit.
I guess I guess he just didn't know. I guess he just didn't know anything going on. They must have just shit. I guess he just been sitting there just twiddling his finger. But we joined here by Jay. Jay, I haven't even gone over everything, but you got one person saying that hey, Casanova didn't know anything. $4 million worth due up there in Brooklyn, and literally right now he has a lot of charges on him, a lot of things built up on him. Minimum 10 years. He's really looking at life. They're looking at giving him life. Murder, racketeering, embezzlement. There's a whole goddamn rap sheet on this goddamn man like a penis. So I pass it over to you.
Well, some dudes just like jail, like plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes just like jail. Clearly, he didn't learn anything from the mafia. He didn't have a good attorney on hand. I don't understand. I think some people get into, I don't even know who this dude is, but some people, they get into that rap or entertainer lifestyle and they can't leave the streets behind. And you see that often. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Let me jump in here real quick, BMT. Now I'm gonna say this about Casanova, G Herbo, right?
How much do you know about him?
I'm saying I've been following him because he's been around, like I said, the Combat Jacks, the Charlemagne the Gods, some brothers that I know personally that I won't mention, that know him and that have been around him and seen his journey from that. Casanova, being that he been to jail and been through the system, and from what he said numerous of times, he's had to cut people off. So
how do you know
he cut people off? But I'm saying, because I'm gonna ask you this: if you and I, right, are running in the game, right? Now I come up, I leave the game alone, right? And I tell you, BMT, yo, I'm getting out. I'm done. If you gonna be on that, you gonna be on it. Now I walk away from you. I cut you off. I stop dealing with you. I delete you and block you on social media. You don't even know why they changed my phone number, changed my address, everything else. Damn near changed my name. You still out there trapping, doing whatever you do. The cops pick you up. Now, BMT. Now they asked me, okay, they asked, where's Kill Zone? We want Kill Zone, right? We're gonna give you 3 life sentences. Now the onus is on you to take your own charge, because that's what it looked like in an interrogation room. They asking this young lady over and over and over again because who's the
young lady? Who's the young lady?
The young lady that they picked up, who was the girl that you saying that he was associated with or whatever.
No. I never mentioned a woman.
What
I said he has a wife.
Oh, the wife. That wasn't the wife. The wife.
So hang on. I'm letting you know, and let me help you out. Casanova has $4 million. He has kids. He has a wife. He has his own entertainment. He also worked with Rock Nation. If that ain't enough for your ass to cut off,
what I'm saying is the wife came out ahead of him coming out and saying what he said. The wife said that, hey, it was a young lady that was on there. They was asking her about Casanova. They put the video out. NYPD put this video out of them interrogating this young lady to say that Casanova had something to do. This video apparently is 8 or 9 years old. So they putting this video out to say that Casanova 8 or 9 years ago, when from the charges that he already was convicted over, that this is some new information. So they got to go and fight this in court. I wouldn't have came out there and said rebuttal that in the public, but the picture is being painted that he's still out here doing these things. But when you got brothers around you, this is why I had a debate on Urban Politicians TV about having security. And it's like, you gotta, if you want to get security, or is the security gonna do their job to make sure that you don't enter no dangerous situations and no dangerous situations come to you? So Casanova don't strike me like an NBA young boy who is or Chief Keef who is constantly getting in trouble. constantly getting busted, constantly getting bailed out, constantly. Casanova isn't that type of brother from what I've seen, what I've heard from other people who are close around him, from the people that are close in the industry. It's just that, because my mom always told me, son, don't go out there with them boys, because if something happens, they gonna put your name in the cross.
Now, DJ,
And
let me
this
help
is
you.
what
Let
this
me
looks
stop you
like
right
right
now.
here. And then
Let me stop you right now,
they
DJ.
waiting on.
Hang on. But you go. I don't want you to go too much far on the trip. Rapper Casanova shares earnings with imprisoned founder of Gorilla Stone Gang. The feds have been keeping track of him. Now,
Okay, so you can't.
usually,
So let me say
hold on,
this.
hold on. Wait. Stop. Because I've been listening to you. If you say that you were cut off and you ain't dealing with them, why are you funding a known gang? Why are you funding them? Why are you funding them?
Now, how's that? If I'm sending money to somebody that I know, right? And I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to indict him for sitting, because that's stupid. First of all, you've been in prison for
You
8
don't
years.
think that ain't stupid what you doing? You don't think that's
But
stupid?
BNT, I just think you want to convict him because he got the $4
Oh,
billion.
I do convict him. I do.
I'm just saying, I feel like you want to I can't put him in the same bag that I put an NBA young boy, a Chief Keef, a Quando Rondo. I can't put it. Chief Keef, actually, shout out to him. He's changed.
Wait.
Slowed down.
So hold on. So are we going to pretend that we have not seen men with money have not thrown that aside, even NBA players, and take part in gang activity?
I'm just saying,
Yes
this
or no?
this just don't feel like one of those times when I look at everything and I look at his actions versus the ones that are around, the people that are around, that are in that circle, the Star Brims, the Bobby Smurters, and the people that was actually still doing that stuff. That this is stuff that they've been trying to get him since he got out.
So even if he said, even if the man out of his own mouth said that he had, although his family provided him with a nice home and everything he wanted as a child. Let me pass it over to Jay after this. The corrupt
BNT,
core of
it sounds like because of his past, we can't. This is the thing about us. Just because we have been wronged by these sort of cats, whether they came from good homes or bad homes or whatever, or just because we are the example, we cannot partake in the discourse of the media in certain role group. Because this is what this is: hip hop police in New York. Like they have said, look,
selling drugs to our community.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying we gotta allow people to change. Like if I see Casanova and the people that I know that are close to him, they wouldn't associate themselves with him if they knew that he was still doing this stuff. They wouldn't get on camera with him and say the things and give him the pray and then give him the push behind the scenes if they knew that he was still on that foolishness.
So wait, if he's moving away from that lifestyle, why is the majority of his songs about trapping, running up?
But that's the music. That's the music.
Oh, now it's just music. Now let me pass it over to Jay. Jay, what? I don't know. Maybe I'm being too hard on this guy about this stuff, but I'm just reading what he's put out there and what everybody else is reading, and actually the FBI have been studying him. You know, what's your thoughts?
Like I said, I mean, I guess maybe who is he? First of all,
he ain't that good of a rapper. He's not that.
He decent. He ain't like
but
phenomenal, but he's
but
decent.
I mean, and this goes to show, it's funny, as you were reading this and his parents are saying he came from a good household and stuff, you hear in these faces a lot how, single mothers, but did he grow up with both his parents?
Yep, had a whole goddamn family. He had everything. And still he said he wanted as a child the corrupting allure and instant gratification and the high of peer acceptance had him committing robberies at the age of 11.
I'm gonna just, like I said, I'm gonna slide back in here. I feel like I said, from all of the material that I heard him on, the music that I heard, because it's not all, he gives you both sides of it.
You don't think that
And from his actions, because up until this,
you don't think there's some criminals that don't hand out turkey?
I'm not, but BMT, I'm not finna hang him because I see that there was a change in behavior. Like I said, the NBA young boys, the Quando Rondos, the other Chicago rappers and other young rappers in the game, the 6ix9ines and stuff like that, they continue to be disruptive, to get in trouble, to get, you know what I'm saying, to get all of these different things. And even doing the 6ix9ine thing, he told 6ix9ine, he said, brother, you ain't never been to jail. I could smack you right now because y'all, you sent your hired goons, and he told him, like, them dudes gonna kill you, brother. I'm not finna put hands on you because they gonna put hands and feet on you.
So wait. So during the 6ix9ine thing, and the whole world watched that, and why would you continue to affiliate or hang or?
He didn't know. This is what happened.
Hold on. But that videotape is 2018.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. 6ix9ine called out Casanova because somebody asked Casanova during the interview would he do a song with 6ix9ine. This before he snitched. He said,
"But that video,
I don't like their energy. I don't like."
But you're jumping past the videotape of a murder, which they also tied him into. That was literally something. You can't jump past a 15-year-old boy dying. Nobody's doing that.
But that's what I'm saying. They tied you, just like you just said. They tied him into that.
Because those are his friends, and literally they also saw him.
Exactly. Hold on. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. If this is somebody that, if they ride with me, they're supposed to be my security. They supposed to be with me. And they say, because that's what it looked like. Oh, I'm not seeing that video. It looks like to me when they pulled them 2 sedans or whatever, them Escalades or whatever up, and them dudes got out, and then you see them walk off, and then you see them come back to the car. He's sitting in the car.
Okay. So let me ask the panel other than just you, DJ. On real news, if you knew your friends were riding around selling drugs and killing people, would you still hang with them, or even would you call the police?
No. I would distance myself. No.
And would you call the police?
No.
Okay. What about you? Jay?
Me, I wouldn't even be associated because once I find out, like I said, they probably telling him, Kaz, we riding with you. We left that alone. You did this, and this.
Right. I wouldn't snitch on them, but I wouldn't. Damn, what the fuck, dude?
Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. But they telling him, BMT, that we left it alone.
No,
we ain't trying to be cut off because a lot of times these guys are yes men, and they're going to say whatever it takes so that they can stay in the bubble and the circle because that's where they get their money from.
Dude, that's not a yes man. That means he literally is a cuck towards his own society. That means they were running game on him. That means he had no balls to literally call out the people that were literally. See, that's why I hate when we talk about this brotherly bullshit. Because honestly, the same people going around fucking up your neighborhood, pulling all kind of crimes and stuff. But then y'all talking about this pro-black stuff, and literally the same people right here were doing that. So why ain't he? So you're telling me that he felt so much brotherly love for them, but not for his community, and literally also about how they were doing X, Y, and Z. So he never that one time thought to pick up the phone and tell the police. But see, if you really not
BMT, this is the thing there too.
Huh?
You can't if you in that lifestyle, right?
Oh, but hold. See, now you backtracking. You saying
no? I'm not backtracking. I'm just saying you can't because like with 6ix9ine, right? 6ix9ine credibility.
This ain't about 6ix9ine.
No, I'm saying when you talk all that stuff on them records or you live in this certain lifestyle out here in the street, they will kill you. And then too, on top of that, I'm pretty sure he's had that talk with them. I'm pretty sure he said to them, and he said it on interviews that he's had this conversation. He cut
lied.
people off.
So you don't believe he's lying. But you saying that he was having
I'm
more
saying from even with, like I said, with the times Yo Gotti had got indicted, it was made clear in front of a judge that, hey,
why he giving them? Why is he funding them?
Like I said,
right. So you got
he's giving. I mean, how is he funding them? Just because he's sending something? Yo Gotti sent his brother, who was selling drugs, that he told to get out of selling drugs because he was a rapper. He was getting legit money. His brother didn't listen. He went to jail. He was sending money to his brother in jail, but that didn't mean that his brother was out here.
Let me show you this. See, I'm about to just shoot you right in your foot really bad. This is him using the Gorilla Gang to strong arm a woman. This is him using the gang to strong.
Now, how long ago was this?
No, man. No, this is recent. See, not try. This is
no.
Recent.
I'm saying, how long ago was this video?
This is
no. I know the article, but that's the games the media play, because they want to play on our emotions because we're law-abiding citizens, BMT, and this is probably years old.
2020. See right there.
I can't believe that video. That's
oh
wait a minute.
Oh my God, man! It's like the sign to be written on the wall. Like,
is that okay? I see it now. Hold on, BMT. But wait a minute. So you saying that this is him on the video?
Yes. Oh, what? Y'all don't think
is that without a shadow of a doubt him on the video?
Real news. Go ahead. You can go ahead, man. Because DJ will ride or die. For
no. I'm asking you: is that him? Do you know for a fact that's him on the video, or is that the gang on the video?
Real news. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, real news.
Are we just saying because his face is covered up?
Oh my God! I'm done. Go ahead, real news. Go ahead.
I'm just saying the fact that you have a lot of these rappers that don't know how to leave that stuff alone. All right, and this is the end result. I'm sorry, it's just the fact that they don't understand that you can't rap you cannot live what you rap. Okay, that's just common sense. I mean, Jay-Z had a talk with Beanie Siegel. Leave that stuff alone. And people want to say that you have to understand that hip hop, in the immortal words of KRS-One, is a religion. He said it. If you could look it up right now, you could look up the video. He talks about it. He tells, I'm criminal minded. And when he talks, says that there is that energy coming through you, that, like actors have that method actor way of talking, of acting, and you actually have to live that character. That's the same with the rap. He talks about, I'm criminal minded. Okay? Man, this is what they live. And if you want to, you have to be fake if you want to make it in that rap game to stay alive. You rap about it, but you do not act it out. Okay? Otherwise, you'll find yourself in a Tekashi 6ix9ine situation, where now you have to snitch on people, and now you have to live the rest of your life in witness protection, because you couldn't understand that you have to be an actor. You cannot live that life. You cannot live what you rap. Because we don't live in the 90s. We do not live in the 80s. We have technology now. Okay? And it will catch up to you.
The thing
about
this is why these other organizations, the Yakuza, the Russian mob, all these people, they don't play around. They understand that certain things have their place. And when you have these sort of quote unquote black crime gangs, they fall apart because they don't really know anything about delayed gratification. They don't know about putting things away, and you have to leave that alone. They don't understand that. This is why they get caught up. This is why they have to end up snitching on each other to get out of things. This is what it is.
Look at right here. I'm just going to make sure I show y'all. Casanova uses Guerrilla Stone Nation gang for manpower against a woman at West Village.
But so hold up, wait a minute. Is this new? Do we have the proof other than these? This is not Casanova on the video. These are some guys that are in the neighborhood that is claiming this set, And the media is saying that Casanova has done this. Where's the police report?
Let's look at it. You believe the media when Casanova is saying something?
Because where's the police report though? Because I have spoke on things, BMT, and this is why I don't speak on street business, where I have said stuff on camera and stuff like this. This right here is dangerous because what you're saying is you're taking, who is this, Newsweek or whoever this website is? We don't have the paperwork in front of us to implicate these people in what is happening here. They're going to say because he's affiliated that Casanova, there's no proof that he had anything to do with this situation.
Straight. You're saying Casanova. He ain't the Migos. He ain't no Drake. He ain't none of those other dudes that we actually know or give a fuck about in music. Like nobody's gonna even notice when this nigga's gone.
Okay, but I'm saying you think that he is sitting behind you think because you basically what you saying is because he's not popping, it's a pandemic, that he's got his goons out here. He's committing fraud and you want to immediately just like this, but this is what the media and this is what the hip hop police want us to believe. And we're going to believe it because we don't care about him like that.
Are you going to say, so there haven't been black people that have not done things to incriminate themselves? Rap about it in songs, do it on social media, showcase videos,
But this is what I'm saying. There's no they don't have any concrete proof that he had anything to do with this.
Wow.
Other than the fact that he used to claim that game, that's the problem. When you claim that's what I'm going back to what I was told coming up. When you start hanging around somebody, you are guilty by association. My godfather told me this. He was a police officer. He said, son, once you put that bandana around your head, it don't matter how long you took it off. You still guilty by association. Now, I'm not saying that in the past he did those things, but he's going to forever be judged by these things.
You asked the time. It was 2020.
Okay, I got the time. Do we have the proof that he had something to do with it?
No. But see, you asked. I showed you.
I see that now. But are we believing this headline? But where's the proof?
But hold on now. Let me get on with my content on this. So revenue from Brooklyn rappers Casanova's successful career fuels. He pays and fuels the untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation's prosecutors charged Thursday. He funds them. Casanova, whose real name is Caswell Sr., is a hardcore member of the gang. According to Manhattan federal court filing, the 33-year-old star gives a cut of his earnings to the gang's founder, Dwight Dick Wolf.
Okay, so hold on.
Who is serving a sentence of 50 years to life for the point-blank execution of an enemy in 2014. According to the court filings, Casanova also sells drugs through two of the gang's most violent members. Assistant U.S. Attorney Shiva Logograph wrote in a document detailing the case against rapper and 17 others accused. So also
hold on. So that again, his mistake, I'll say this, was sending money to the leader, being affiliated, and now because these guys are getting knocked, they tell it. So they're telling new stuff, old stuff that we don't even know about. Because, like I said, I'm not gonna speak on these new events.
Don't speak on it, Killzone. But here's the thing about it. Literally, you just said, "What's wrong with sending them money?" You just said.
No, I'm saying what's wrong with sending. No, I'm saying what's wrong because I'm saying if this is a loved one, right? And you want to send, there's no law against sending. Hold on, because it's been people. That's like. Hold on, wait a minute. That's like us saying we wanted to send money to the Central Park 5, right? Before the convention came out, and we had a feeling that they didn't do it, right? So and say if they did get convicted, and we believe that they didn't, or if they didn't get convicted, you know what I'm saying? It's like if they got convicted and we believe they didn't get convicted, which the evidence showed, at first they did get convicted and then they got overturned. Are we associated for all the people that back in the day in Brooklyn and in Manhattan that gave money to the Central Point Part 5 when they got convicted the first time before it got overturned all them years ago?
But still, bro, that's a conspiracy charge waiting to happen. Even though if you have no knowledge,
I understand that, but all the people, the black folks, Jesse Jackson, everybody else, that's what I'm saying. No, I get it. It's a gamble. I don't send money to people in jail for that reason.
That's like Breonna Taylor when she gave $5,000 to bail out Jamarcus Walker out of that
Same thing. I agree with you. She shouldn't have did that because now that cost.
She was connected.
No, it don't.
Yes, she was connected.
Yeah, I'm talking about the comment. They were saying I'm talking about Illuminati. No, but it's guilty. All of it is guilty by. So I said that too about the Breonna Taylor thing. If she hadn't been dealing with that brother just the same way as Casanova, I'm not saying that he's not done these things or in the past, but once you do it one time, they're going to tie you up. And my thing is this.
Wait. You say he stopped hanging with the gorillas, but yet here, literally, this man has multiple pictures, multiple things set up. I'm a gorilla in the fucking zoo. It's who the fuck is you? Now, hold on. Now, you just said he don't affiliate with that gang. I'ma stop. Like, just stop. Like,
just because, okay. If I rap about something, it's just like Real just said about being an actor.
Oh my God.
He can't now, but his mistake is if he's rapping about, because I listen to the music, he talks about the gang, he talks about his life in the gang, he talks about going to jail, he talks about getting out, he talks about changing his life, he talks about all these different things. But because he is guilty by association, once you step out there, jump off the porch, there's no stepping back on it.
Okay. Stop. We got to stop with the narrative that he's just associating.
Because I'm gonna tell you something else. If you brought up Jay-Z, he was signed to Rock Nation, correct? Jay-Z, after the Benny Siegel situation, he would not have given Casanova a deal if he felt like he was a flight risk. Same thing.
Wait. Pause. Let me stop you there. Jonathan, how many record labels give known criminal rappers record deals?
No, like actively known, like active in the situation.
That they know that they're in games. You don't have to miss that one.
None.
Literally, they're
not knowing, because even YG, like here in the West Coast, you got YG. He say Sue Whoop. He say he from Treetop Pyru, but he haven't been on the block because they got the hip hop police to look after you. They got the hip hop police screening you, so they'll kibosh that in a quick. So they ain't actively signing. Now some ghetto record.
Look at the ways that she's as long as getting manhandled.
Look what him doing
Look
to
at the way
a woman. Come on now. Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh man is right. This is one of y'all community warriors choking a woman out in a diner, and literally a man is trying to get her mouth from him. This is one of him. Oh, this is one of the leaders. Oh, he didn't know what he was doing. That, mind you, these dudes
keep playing that because it look. Wait a minute. I'm trying to see what's going on.
Oh, there! Look at him. Look at them. Right there.
This nigga right here.
Oh, damn, man. You know,
this nigga right here.
When you want to believe, when you want to believe.
Because Bobby Shmurda got nabbed up quick.
But hold on. Is that his man's, though?
Yeah, that's his man.
That's his man's, bro. That is literally his man's.
Okay.
This Leonard Fortinet nigga right here. This Leonard Fortinet nigga right here is his man's.
I'm wrong. Okay, that's his man's. If we know that's his man's.
He tried to act all casually. Casanova tried to act like he didn't know.
Okay, well, hey, I rest my case then.
Another day in the neighborhood. Mr.
If he's around people, no, I rest my case because that just because that just poked the hole in my argument that if he's still hanging around these people, that this is proof right here. This right here is substantial because the other clip,
BMT,
I
can you
can't
highlight
rock with you on that clip because
Kentucky's
I
comment?
see him in the clip.
He's right there.
That's what I just said. I'm saying this clip right here, I can rock with you on it. The other clip sound like substantial evidence because they apparently, but this right here, and again, we still don't know. But again, if he didn't,
Oh, come on,
I'm
brother.
saying if he didn't go check that brother, I can't. No, I'm saying BMT.
Go ahead.
He didn't go check that brother for putting hands on a woman, whether or not if he in the gang or not.
He did not.
I can't.
Stop. He did
I'm
not.
just saying, if he with him or not, I can't coast. I can't. I rest my case. I'm done because.
Oh God.
I'm just saying. Now we got proof. Rest my case. Can't co-sign him no more. Won't see me speaking up for him. Whether or not I still feel like this case is guilty by association. But anytime you see a woman, whether or not that's his boy or not his boy, anytime you see a woman get into it with a man and you don't handle that, I can't co-sign it. So I rest my case.
Oh, man,
If he going, may God be with him. God bless him.
Oh,
he got too much stuff going on around him. That is Casanova. That's him.
Casanova was there.
Now we don't, like I said, we don't know if that was his man's or not, but you can't let a woman get yoked up by like that and not step in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I don't know about that. Not in that situation. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I'm reserving judgment for everybody. The Tory Lane situation until he get innocent, you innocent till you proven guilty. But for that right there, I can't co-sign that. You a brother in this establishment, whether that's his man or not.
Are you a real DJ?
He should have stepped in and stepped to that brother and say, "Yo, at least step to him and say, what are you doing?" If not, get him up off that female.
I got a question. I got a question for DJ Killzone. Are you a real DJ, big homie? Are you a real DJ?
Yes.
Okay, so now I can understand it. You just trying to cover your tracks. I get it. You don't want no real issue.
Listen,
no, I wasn't. I'm saying I wasn't the biggest Casanova fan, but I'm just saying that a lot of these guys got to start tightening up. And like I was saying about Yo Gotti with his brother sending money because I just listened to the song where he says, "I told my brother to stop selling dope. I'm rapping. I got money. I'm gonna get us out. Just hold on." His brother went to jail, and he fought to get his brother out of jail. His brother had a 10-year sentence. He got him out at 8. His brother now is working in the company and managing artists, and he's staying out of trouble.
Well, cool.
So
cool. See, that's actually something I actually could commend. But a lot of the time,
it don't always happen like that, though. It probably happened like with Casanova. He tried to help these guys. They kept cutting up, and now he got to pay for it because the blood is on his hands. Like when they asked Jay-Z about Benny Siegel, and they said, "We'll let him out because of the merit of who you are, but will you be responsible for his behavior?" You know what Jay-Z said?
Nope.
Hell no. I'm not going to be responsible for a grown-ass man that I told several times. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, life of Grandmaster Troll. I wouldn't because I know what time it is, because I'm smart enough to know that when you jump off of the porch, there is no getting back onto the porch. I'm just saying, man. I can't, but I'm saying I feel for him. I'm not saying I'm condoning none of what he's done. I'm not condoning what the people has done. I'm definitely not condoning it now that I see him in this situation with this young lady. Whether or not that's his boy or whatever, you supposed to be, as a man, you supposed to step into that situation, not walk past it like it didn't happen. Like
look, that thug crap stuff will get you killed, man. They let those two animals deal with their situation.
Exactly. That's why I don't speak on it.
They manhandling a woman that you don't know what type of environment that is. That one, this is low IQ Negro stuff. Let those animals handle themselves.
But I was literally showing you a footage for 40 minutes of them getting out of a car to kill a 15-year-old. You didn't want to believe it.
No, I'm saying with that, they got out the car. He's in the car. You don't see Casanova go over there and get back in the car. They probably told him, like I said in this situation, because I've heard it so many times. Guy got out the car. They got out the car. Say, Cas, we're gonna be right back. That's what it looks like on that footage. You don't see Casanova get out that car if he's even in the car. We see the guys get out the car. We see the guys come back. But we don't see Casanova out there with the guys.
Man, fuck Casanova. Y'all can rock with him and try to talk for that nigga. That nigga, I don't give a shit, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. BMT, you coming from it. Like, I understand where your frustration is. $4 million deal.
It ain't no frustration, but he just a loose.
I'm just saying, like, and it make for good content and good conversation. I'm not paying for none of it.
So why would you be affiliated, or why would you be funding people who are selling drugs to your people?
But it's not what I'm saying. If this is your man, this your friend, right?
Not my
just in the same thing with Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti told his brother, and he said this on record.
Sold out to black people. So let's get it over to Books for Moses. Books for Moses. What's going on? But this guy, the Casanova, the whole. I know what's going on, Moses. Let me just get my water. Go ahead, Moses.
Well, what's going on, BMT? What's up? Cool, man. Man, I might say something a little controversial, but I kind of feel like these white people are making these laws to keep black people from associating with each other. Now, granted that some of your friends might be dangerous. I'm sorry.
Whoa, pause. Where is the white man in this? Where did he come from?
Okay, well, Cass got caught up on the RICO Act, right? This is the RICO Act case, right?
Yep.
The dude
RICO, murder, and it's more to it. It's a whole bunch of charges on this one.
The dude is worth $4 million. How are you being forced?
No, the deal is worth $4 million.
No.
Worth $4 million.
His net worth is $4 million.
Well, they included the deal, BMT.
Right.
So you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
This man has a lot of shit. Like we done see this man with Dwayne Johnson, all kind of other shit. Y'all must see. I actually watched some of his stuff that he's been doing. See, before I come out and do this content, there's a reason why I'm where I am today. I actually do the research. I don't just get on and just do some topic or some bullshit, especially about no name motherfucker, no money y'all give a fuck about. But if that was the case, y'all would have been talking about Casanova. Y'all weren't talking about Casanova. I'm talking about Casanova. I'm calling out the bullshit. But now all of a sudden, you're saying that, it's the white man. Where is the white? The white man don't even know who the fuck he is. So honestly, I'm trying to figure out how the white man.
What Book of Moses is saying is that's just like today, right? Me and you cool, BMT.
Speak for himself. Let us speak for himself.
Go ahead, Book of Moses.
Go ahead, Book of Moses. I want to hear. I know you about to say some. Don't say some crazy shit now. I know you've been around RBR, woke progressive, and all this crazy little fuckers. So I know they probably rubbed off on you for a minute. So go ahead. You sound like you about to say some crazy shit. I'm getting ready now.
I'm just saying, it just seems like that the white man set up these laws and these RICO acts because they don't want black people associating with each other, man.
Actually,
they trying
RICO
to divide and conquer. It's like laws and
actually,
that's what I'm trying to say.
You know that, right? That's actually to catch white people. That's actually more. That's actually for the bigger people, not for you.
The RICO Act in '72 was pretty much the anti-mob crime bill, and that was when Richard Nixon was president.
It wasn't made for y'all black asses. I'm sorry. Y'all weren't thinking that.
But who they using it against, though, bro? Come on now. Okay, it might not have been made for us.
They're literally going after bigger things than you.
But you really said it was there for the created, but it was created to be able to stop the mob. Don't get me wrong. A lot of these RICO charges, they get a lot of the Dominicans and the black folks. I know it's a lot of RICO charges in New York City.
Like I
appreciate you for putting me hip to the death.
So why do y'all?
My bad.
Y'all don't maneuver on the level that the mob and the Russian mafia and the Ukrainian. I'm sorry. I know y'all niggas think that y'all smart, but y'all, I just don't want to give y'all that. Y'all are still playing Tetris. They're playing Halo. Like, y'all niggas ain't doing that type of level shit that they're doing. They got laundering shit going on that they never get close to. They do the high collar, white collar shit that fucks with you. That's why they use the RICO.
They're your garbage man. They're your garbage man. They clean your windows. That's something notorious. Waste management.
Let me know when y'all start running unions that are doing operations that are taking over land and property. That's when I said, okay, that's when you definitely when you need a.
I'm gonna say this, BNC, real quick. That
white man ain't worried about you.
what I'm saying, BMT, that's just what he's saying is this, right? Me and you are cool, BMT, right? Then say you and your brother, your cousin get into it, y'all get in a fight and you shoot him. Or we find out you and the wife get in an argument, now you then slapped her or something. Or you outside, somebody is shooting at you and you run the dude off the road. Now you get charged for that.
Are you contacting the police when I do a crime?
If I know, I'm saying if I know about it, right? If I know you doing something, first I'm gonna say something to you, but I probably wouldn't tell on you because unless if it's done in front of me, then yes. But if I'm hearing it third person, if I'm hearing it if I'm hearing it third person, if I'm hearing it whatever, and I don't see that you defending yourself, as far as it came to like your wife or somebody else, I probably would be like, hey, because at that point, if I'm there, yeah, I have to because I'm a witness to the crime. But if I hear that you are, now I'm associated with you because we've been on talks and we've been on podcasts and stuff together. Now I'm guilty by association. Now they think that I support BMT because he beating on his wife or he's killing people out in the street. We don't know if it's self-defense or not. All we know is your rap sheet says domestic dispute, murder, or self-defense, involuntary manslaughter, whatever the case may be. That's what Book of Moses is saying, is that as soon as you do something, now I'm guilty by association.
So y'all two are on the white man is making y'all do this shit, right? That's
no. I'm not saying that. It's just the fact that
you on the media is manipulating black people right now. And he was just saying that the white man made a law to keep.
They don't do this with when Justin Bieber and them is out there getting drunk, buying prostitutes and them and all that. They don't hold on, wait a minute, buying drugs from the cartel and all that he's doing. They don't go and say Miley Cyrus is a part of this drug ring or whatever because she's buying. They don't go and say, if Tim McGraw gets into it with somebody at a bar, or he gives his brother some money, and his brother goes down the street and shoots somebody, they don't say that Tim McGraw is funded a murderer. They say he gave his brother some money. His brother went down the street, bought a 12-gauge shotgun, and then he went and shot somebody that he had a problem with.
DJ Kills on you are just rambling now, dude.
No. That's what it is. Literally, I could give somebody some money right now.
No, it's not.
And they go down the street and they do something. I'm guilty by association. This is all that is.
Stop.
Are they taking a risk because they got loved ones that are behind the wall and they have been implicated in crimes and stuff like that? Yes.
Rico,
they are. That's why Rico they can come back and say they can say the same thing with Yo Gotti. They have said the same thing about Jay-Z.
Oh my God, dude! You're trying to see. That's why I'm getting frustrated with this.
Yeah, Rico is for organizations.
For organizations, that means they have to have more than one person. And you see, this is the problem I have. Why I hate black
Jay-Z. His boy just came home. Emory Jones. He said
this is why BMT is no longer black male talk. I am business minded talk. Because see, this is why I said I left Neverland a long time ago. I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back to Neverland.
But BMT.
Y'all are sheep.
I'm saying Jay-Z got on Jay-Z got on a song
talk about
and
Casanova.
said that me and Emory Jones in the caravan, y'all already know who we better than. People don't know about this dope game, this coke game. I've seen it all. Like he said, they're in a he just said this man just came home from doing 12 years in prison. He said we in a caravan. What does that tell you? That's a criminal organization.
Oh my God.
Am I not? Is that he basically said because statute of limitation is up. He put it all out there.
And we'll read this. What with Rico came the Federal Witness Protection Program. That's why dudes in the mafia turn government witness, not to get killed or do time. Shout out to
Sammy the Bull.
Now, shout out to Tekashi 69. He used the RICO program. He literally
Exactly.
came
Saving
and
the
literally
boys.
Exactly.
So whatever it come about the I can't tell. See, this is why I understand why there's a divestment from the blacks and the niggas. Because honestly, the niggas will get you killed and they will get every soul doggone lickety split. I just can't. I can't.
But BMT, I'm saying as a man, if you out there doing dirt,
no, you
do dirt and you get caught and you tell on and you can't stand on what you have done. I'm not a street person, but I agree with this sentiment. If you are out there doing dirt,
pause. See right there. Why are you agreeing with the street?
No, I'm saying it's just the same thing. It's the same thing you in the schoolyard. You out there cutting up and you get caught and you say, well, Timmy and Bruce and BMT, they was over there doing something too. That's not being a man to me. That's you being a coward.
Wait a minute. So you tell me if you're facing life in prison, you tell me you're not going to snitch?
If I know I was doing something wrong,
I am
singing. I am making an opera song. I don't care. It's going to be a new Christmas Carol for 2020.
Lamont Thomas. Johnson.
But see, this is the thing. I don't do crime, so I'm not facing life in prison. Would never be in that situation. That's why I go back to what I said earlier. Once you jump off the porch, there is no coming back.
No. You're telling me you're gonna do. You're telling me you would be doing time. You would be doing some hardcore time. If you were Tekashi 69, you would be doing some hardcore time. You would not be snitching, right?
If I did something right, and I know, first of all, if you're doing dirt, you should be doing it by yourself anyway. That's another coward thing because you're going into it.
You know that never works, bro. You know that never happens. Most of the dirt is collaboration.
Oh, what do you know? Hold on. What's this right here? Rapper Casanova indicted for robbery and alleged attack on a woman. So wait. So he has no
Casanova already served 8 years. Casanova was already serving. Well, he already served his 8 years before he got big in 2017. So
right. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. When y'all trying to say, well, all this kind of prisons, no, he already did that. They didn't know he was going to be this big. So this is a whole separate chapter. Now, the thing about it is he had a whole wife. He had a whole family. So let me show you his family. This man did not, listen, when you got a family, you either choose the streets or you choose.
Or your family. Yeah, I agree. BMT, we on the same page.
No. Okay.
So we on the same page now. No. But I'm saying, BMT, you know my background. You know I'm nowhere near. Nowhere near the streets. I agree with you, but I can't just go in and say, "Oh, he did this," because there's been times where they accuse somebody of something, like they accused Jay-Z of something recently. They accused Yo Gotti of something recently.
Let's stay on this. Casanova 2's baby mom, Swaggy Jazzy. Okay, let's see. Now, let's see. Let's look at this. Why are you talking to hoes about bro, Nin? Pillow talking got exposed. You know how they like doing their pillow talk? Down bad. Peep, the officer's word at 53, get her to snitch. He said you'll be assisting yourself. Basically means cooperating with law enforcement. Now, see, you see how these lost boys from Neverland, they don't mind the family breakup. You see, I want. This is why I tell y'all. This is why I be trying to tell y'all young brothers and some of y'all men. If y'all got any sense, y'all divest from the nigga. That is the only way you going to survive. You hang around a fool like this dude. They don't give a fuck who died. They don't give a shit if it's your family. They don't give a damn if you lose your kids. They don't give a damn if you lose your son, your daughter. They don't give a damn about your wife, your children. So long as they get to watch you suffer. See this little boy? He won't ever get to watch this little boy grow up. See, that's as I said. There's no accountability here. This man is rocking chains, staying nice and fresh, has all that money. Y'all can try to say, well, he didn't. This nigga, look, this man is sitting by people with money. He had all the chances.
Yeah, well, hey, now that I seen, like I said, now that I seen this video, I can't. I'm washing my hands with it because I still feel like this is a lot of old stuff that they trying to retry him with. and he got some homies out there that's singing like birds.
BMT, can I say this? Josiah,
Go ahead.
can I say this? Can I say this? Okay. Even the best lawyer can't be able to help this scenario. They're gonna tell him to snitch. There is no possible way how to be able to do that. Now, if his lawyer is so good where there can be clear as day evidence and he can still have it and just walk away, because a lot of the times when it comes to hip hop, a lot of these dudes be connected when it comes to police. Like, how do Martha Stewart get more jail time than T.I. for his gun charge? He had to snitch on somebody. He had to snitch on somebody. And this is before social media, so he capitalized off the fact that, people just wanted to see him home.
Sure enough did.
He came out with his album and shit. Now, what did T.I. could possibly do? He talked about America was never meant for us. Okay, cool. But America was meant for you. You managed to have machine guns and silencers.
He had a pistol grip chopper, and T.I. was a 2-time felon. Yeah, he definitely told on somebody. He definitely told.
So look, and I know. Listen, down there, you get caught with that kind of stuff in Georgia, in them areas, bro. That's life. That's life. You looking at?
Because BMT, I knew some older dude that pretty much was sticky icky in the streets, and I knew him from the barbershop. He was a cool dude, but he was out there in Georgia, and he had machine guns. Escalade, bumping at blasting music and shit. And he's 47. He got 54. And he was just by now. That would be a scenario that I would say he was by himself, where he was doing shit by himself. He thought he could make a quick run. That boy. Even if he did have somebody to tell, 50. He's serving 54 now. Maybe they could chop it down to 25 if he had somebody to snitch on. So Casanova is gonna be able to snitch. Because man, are you gonna serve? Are you gonna be able to serve 40 years?
Well, I mean,
would you be able to take a sit?
on.
Would you be able to sit for 40 years?
Here's the thing, even if he snitches, right? They said he has to do a minimum of 10 years. That's not even.
Oh yeah, he gonna do some
y'all
time.
Can say whatever shit y'all want to say, but that nigga gonna do some time. He gonna take them. He gonna eat some time.
So, BMT, that's one of the mandatory minimums from the 94.
I mean, he gonna have to, but that's if he gonna snitch. He probably won't snitch because he knows if he snitch.
Okay. All right. So who you more loyal to? You loyal to your boys or you loyal to your family?
Well, he's born.
That's on him.
Panama.
Like I said, BMT, we don't have to have that conversation.
But he's born from Panama, though.
I'm saying you can't ask me that question, BMT, because I've always chose my family. I've walked away from situations. A bunch of them.
But Casanova from Panama, though,
I'm saying I'm always choose family, so it's never. But I'll never be in that situation to where I've had to choose the streets or the family.
Sometimes the street guys, you my boy, we've been through so much. They look at their friends as family. A motherfucker that go to jail with you, ready to shoot for you, ready to do whatever for you. You kind of look at that guy like a family member instead of like, oh, this is a guy I met in middle school or high school or whatever. So sometimes the lines can get blurred. When you in the streets, BMT, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. So you will do.
It always does. It usually always does get blurred.
Your boys in the street. Jonathan, you looking at? Oh, where trucker go? Jonathan, are you looking? Would you do time for your boys in the street or
no? Like I told you, Demario Smith, Jarquavius Thompson.
Hey, Marcio, then out of there. He's singing like Usher in the courtroom.
I don't got time.
Let him burn.
I don't got time.
Fight other dudes trying not to get raped in the showers, man. For 10 to 40 years. Who wants to do that, man? I'm sorry.
Hey, that's why all of us on here, we don't have, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like
regular dudes.
We don't, BLT, I feel like it's not for us to judge because we ain't living that street life.
I know dudes in high school that was pretty much crazy, but I did not get affiliated with that shit because the whole entire gang is getting investigated. Every gang is getting investigated. From the 9 Trays to the Hoover Crips here in LA.
All of them. But that's what I'm saying. It's no point of being a gangster when you see the road that it goes down. Like,
listen, you were like I said, DJ, you were banging hard for this man.
oh no, I was just saying we got to get you innocent until proven guilty. It just feels
That's
like
true. But
they building.
but it's pretty much clear today, though.
Hey, well,
It's
you,
pretty
but
clear.
again, guilty. Like I told you earlier, BMT.
Writing be on the wall, and y'all niggas want to still walk off the fucking cliff.
No, all I said was it something new? Like I couldn't go with. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something real quick, BMT. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. How the media twist stuff around. Let me tell you this.
I got Trucker right up here. I got Trucker.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Trucker. Go ahead and rock, brother.
Hey, yeah. Let me get my conspiracy tape off. What's up, fellas? So I know I'm white. That's clear. But that's right. I grew up listening to the East Coast West Coast rivalry when all that was hitting big time before Biggie got shot, and the lifestyle that the rappers were portraying, the artists will call them because that's what they were, their artists. What they were portraying was the gangster lifestyle. That's the word I'm going to use, and I'm not going to, everybody that is in that lifestyle, white or black, Mexican, it's a gangster lifestyle, and they were portraying that, right? Can we agree that was what was going on?
Yep.
Okay, so obviously Casanova grew up, and if he was an artist, genuine artist, he definitely studied the old style, and a lot of people, especially when you get mixed up with drugs and then you get mixed up with people in power, you lose your sense of direction, self-direction. Like you're going to follow the hype because, don't get me wrong, if the hype is, is fun and people are going to, I guess what I'm trying to say is he was used. There was, who was the one guy called him Highway when the CIA infiltrated
Highway,
crack?
Ricky Ross.
Ricky Ross.
Freeway
Ricky. Sorry about that light, y'all. I don't know
Freeway
what else there. Freeway Ricky. They used him to create a crisis and then took him down because they said he was the problem. That's sad. And that's what they've done with Casanova, I believe. I went and looked this stuff up. New York Times reported on it. There's the Vogue, I think, reported on it. That the FBI has been watching him for over a decade now, or close to a decade. So whatever he was doing for the people in New York, the federal people had an eye on New York in general.
Mm-hmm. That's most of the RICOs at that. The most of the RICO charges is New York, Atlanta.
So here's the thing about it. So in looking at that, so let me just be honest. If you are sending money, nice
conspiracy automatically.
If you're sending a nice substantial amount of money,
conspiracy
toward one of the leaders of a gang, you're going to ping on their goddamn shit. If you are repping them, you're going to ping on their stuff. Don't think your little booth thing going inside the goddamn prison always put money in your books and you. This is amazing to me. Y'all think y'all be making phone calls and talking with these people? They don't be pinging and recording what y'all be saying. But of course, there's some of y'all.
That's exactly what happened with Breonna Taylor. All those gangsters were talking on a live jail phone, and that's how they got caught.
Now the thing about hang on, news. Because some people think that he's just a victim of. He ain't no fucking victim. This motherfucker knew what the fuck he was doing. This motherfucker goddamn. And even shout out to Era, but some people who live up there know this guy and know of him. He was a bully. He had no problem. He had no problem terrorizing, selling drugs. His men didn't have no problem putting their hands on women. And that was something that was even said before that Casanova put his hands on a woman before. So y'all can miss me with these. Oh man, what was he? He doing stuff for the people. Only thing he did stuff for the people was sell dope, and make his pockets get fat. This is a fucking criminal. He doesn't deserve no type of light of day. I don't know why y'all trying to pity him. Y'all no, Fuck that. This man had no problem taking advantage of COVID funding. A lot of families and people needed that shit. He got it. You know how he got that stuff? Oh, right. He got some write-off because he has an entertainment industry. A lot of them big entertainment industries were getting paid. He did it
G
too.
Herbo got caught up like that too, just
Yes, he did.
G
Yes, he
G
did.
Herbo.
Now,
Well, wait a
yep.
minute. That wasn't G Herbo fault though. That
No,
was G
listen,
Herbo homeboy doing that
It
shit.
was his homeboy
But
fault.
again,
Yep,
you
it was his
guilty by
homeboy fault.
association.
It was his
But
homeboy fault. I agree with you. It
Guilty.
was his homeboy. It was
Let
sloppy.
me-
His homeboy was extremely
let
sloppy.
me, let me help you out with that.
Yeah.
Let me help you
Extremely
out with
sloppy.
that. See, here's the thing about it. See, this is the problem. When you're making that type of money, and I'm gonna tell you right now, but we just now finished a lawsuit over here where I'm at. First of all, they send you a letter. If you know that motherfucking money ain't George, and see, this is the problem with a lot of people. I always hear when people say they can get over on taxes, or hey man, I know this thing where I can put this down, and so you can get extra money. You see, the IRS has started to catch on to these little loopholes and shit. And you know what they start doing? Okay, we'll give you the money, but I want to make sure you know that in a few months, when we finish out the books, you better have a rate. You better have a good reason what you did.
BMT.
You know what? A lot of people do some time for this shit. I love watching niggas go. I was sitting right there on the car, goddamn lot, watching the dude when the goddamn IRS walked up on him. Hey, there you are. Is this your name? Yes. Oh yeah. Okay. State just came right in and snatched him up. Don't think you don't get away from them. You don't. If they didn't mind catching Trump, don't think you ain't too above to get touched. So y'all, I love everybody always tries to play the system. You can play it for so long until A, you have that R. Kelly money where you can keep them away for so long. But when you start running out of that money, guess what? You can't stay them back. Now they got to come collect your soul. That's why R. Kelly said, we all were doing it. We all were paying. But guess what? You ran out of money. So as long as you can't, and if you can't pay, like I said, I agree, DJ. Probably some of them did snitch. But I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to a woman, these women these days, if they got to choose between you or their kids or their livelihood of surviving, they throwing your ass under the fucking bus. This D.I. Casanova didn't give a shit about nobody in his community. He had no problem bullying, robbing, killing, beating. He ain't had no problem doing none of that shit to none of us that were black. He ain't go to no other community to do that shit. He was doing that in our community. And I find it very interesting in Neverland, we protect those people. Fuck.
And we never say anything about black on black crime, but we're quick to say about white on black crime and talk about
With that, oh, go ahead, real.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We always want to cry about white supremacy, police brutality. When you have these brutalities happening with black on black crime, it's a silent deal. You don't talk about it. You know, they say there's no such thing as black on black crime, but yes, there is. You see it happen every day, and then you wonder. And then when you do this, and then you have this stop stitching code, then you wonder why the police can't solve these unsolved murders. And then you want to be mad at the police. No, you got to be mad at your community. The community is not working with police because now you want the police to reform, but you don't want the community to reform. So what do you want? There's a woman that by the name of, I think her name was Dominique Harrison. She had a beauty salon at 23 years old. She was murdered in front of her 1-year-old daughter. And the mother said at the wake, you know, to the community, you know who did it. If it was your daughter, you would want to know who they are. She wants them to speak, but they're not going to talk. And this is in Baltimore, and Baltimore's pretty dangerous. But how are you going to get the problem fixed? Like, oh, I don't want to snitch because they're going to come after my family. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And you want to say it's all the white people's fault. It's not all the white people's fault. This is a joint effort. If you don't want to reform both sides, then all right, let them kill each other. And don't cry when your loved one murder doesn't get solved, because you're not helping the cops. You're helping the criminals.
Well, a lot of the time they just move out the area. A lot of the times, people to be able to reform it, they just leave the area, and
but nothing gets done. And then
nothing
people,
gets done. It never does. It's literally a perpetual hamster wheel. It's a
and then you
perpetual
want to shame
hamster
other
wheel.
blacks when we talk about this. You want to shame us and call us coons, we're Asians, we're Negroperians, we're sellouts, we're token blacks, but you want us to stay in this type of slavery.
Now
look what they did to 619. Similar.
619. But 619 was a sellout anyway, and that's the gang's fault. Why would you take on somebody that's not a part of that? Why would you take in an outsider? That person has made no dirt, no bones. He's not like you. Why would you want him? You wanted him because you wanted to be famous. This is why I say these Italian mafias, these Russians, the Japanese yakuza, they understand you cannot play for show. They understand this is serious business. This is crime. You can get put away. You have to make your bones. You don't cause attention to yourself. Unlike these
So they find
American
a
gangs
scapegoat.
where they want to be up, you want to be seen, you want attention, you want to be in these rap videos. Like people like Cardi B and all these people, you put them in your gang, you're going to jail because they're gonna start talking.
Well, she another one that had
telling
a case.
themselves.
She's
Right, she has
another
a
one
case
where
right
her
now
friend
with
got a case.
the 59 Brim gang. She has a case right now too because she is dumb.
Oh.
And she's talking out her mouth. Unlike those other gangs, like I told you, the Russians and everything like that, people like that, they will kill them to get them out of the way because they are a liability.
Like I said, I
Yeah,
want y'all
man.
to see.
Everybody want to be flashy.
Here this man is with his family. And he has his daughter and his son. But you live in a lifestyle that is known to get our young boys killed and known to have our daughters, you already look at Yaya. Look at a lot of these goddamn girls, Lil Wayne's daughter, and all these young girls that are running. Lori Harvey, and all. Look at, this goddamn industry culture has done nothing but damage and burnt our place down to the ground. And literally, this man, again, y'all can try to say if y'all want, Casanova. Net worth. Casanova is an American rapper who has a net worth of $4 million. Was born in Brooklyn, New York. So he's an American. His debut album, Commissary, literally is a commissary. Honestly, he just screams about all his problems. But y'all gonna say, don't say that. Now, he was involved in gangs early in his life and dropped out of school in 8th grade. He was arrested and his cellmate was A$AP Rocky. He was signed with Jay-Z's label, Roc Nation, in 2016. That same year, he started his own company and has signed Ja Dweller, Lamont Sincere, and I listen to Lamont Sincere. He has collaborated with so many. This man has been blessed with so many chances, but said,
Okay, so he's a New York born Panamanian.
But see, the thing about it, some people say that that's not enough for them. He had no problem funding the Gorilla Stone Nation gang. He had no problem funding them. Brooklyn's rappers. Let's see. Let me read this real quick. Brooklyn-based rapper Casanova surrendered himself to authorities Wednesday night after he was named in a sweeping indictment of the untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation gang earlier this week. Casanova, who given name is Caswell Senior, 34, faces racketeering conspiracy, firearm possession, conspiracy to distribute controlled substances as part of an indictment unsealed in Manhattan federal court Tuesday. And I'm telling you, whenever they put that in that federal court, listen, bro, they got everything that they need on you. They trust me. One thing about New York federal court, they coming after you. They already got their stuff together. They'll take their time to get you. The other 17 suspects in the indictment were already in custody. He surrendered himself at the Midtown South Precinct in Manhattan. Police said the Bloods faction has been tied to shootings, robberies in Westchester County and Brooklyn. And one of its alleged members, Brandon Soto, is accused of driving an accomplice to Poughkeepsie. Thank you for that. To assassinate a 15-year-old boy on September 21. And
so that's fueling the hate right there.
Hold on. So you're telling me you as a father didn't feel
someone else's child.
You didn't. Thank you. You felt nothing about somebody you were affiliated with killing somebody else's child, and you never thought, "Yo, we need to turn this guy in." So Let's keep that growing. Let's keep that rolling. This, like I said, these people they have no love for you. The Pakuski, I'm sorry about that. If I mess up the name,
What?
Journal identifies the teen as Jelani Jones, who was fatally shot in the head. So, in other words, he was executed. Y'all don't believe that? Let me show this brother's face. So there you got it out there. That mother, them people out there, not just our people, other people are out there because a young 15-year-old boy was executed by grown men. I don't have no pity for this animal.
I gotta go, you guys. Thanks for letting me on.
No problem.
My daughter wants to make a song for my YouTube channel, so I'll see you guys later. BMT.
See you, Trailer. I mean, hey, call me later. So literally,
right. Thanks, guys. It's good talking with you.
All right, no problem. I want y'all to see this. So I want y'all to understand evil, but evil does not care. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So because if it had been one of y'all brothers, I don't care if it was Jay-Z, I don't care if it's Mother Teresa, I don't care if it's Barack Obama, I don't care if it's LeBron. If they killed you and took you from this world, I would want them to go to prison. I wouldn't give a shit about how much money they got. I don't care about all that stuff because, see, they didn't care enough for your life. Your life doesn't have a financial value on it. It shouldn't have a funding thing on it. Like I said, that woman and her family and his father will have to go without Jelani Jones. You think Casanova gave a shit?
I'm gonna just say, like I said, I still feel like a lot of this stuff is oblivious. He was oblivious to, and I feel like a lot of this is gonna be guilty by association, BMT. But at the same time, he lost all of my respect just now with the whole thing with the female. Like, you can't call yourself a man and be on there talking about protecting black women and stuff like that, because I heard him when he said that too. And you don't step up in a situation that at least step to, even if you ain't put hands on the brother or whatever, but at least you there, the camera's rolling, you know what I'm saying? But here's my other thing on this, BMT. I feel like just because I feel like we need to stop giving them so much light. Like, we need to stop talking about these things, because us talking about them and vilifying them and going in, that's not changing or rectifying the issue. We need to be talking about things that are building, because we inadvertently, we're promoting this even further. We already got the white media promoting it, the other black media outlets promoting it.
Well, I do have content that pretty much stopped the curve when it comes to all this negativity, but a lot of the times, it gets drowned out of scenarios of people want to emulate this. Now, what we're doing right now is pretty much denouncing this.
Exactly. So how we
off of this content?
You know what I'm saying? We can denounce it, but what are we doing by denouncing it?
To be able to save other people's lives, man. Do you have kids? I don't have kids, but this is to be able to save the kid's life, to be able to try to reach around any kid around you, to be able to say, yo, try to do prevention. Instead of trying to find a specific cure, what about prevention?
Well, the way we do prevention,
your your nephew, your cousin, when they about 10, they get them young. They get them at 10 years old. Cause I knew dudes that was gang banging at 13. They get them young. It's a big ass referral system.
We like to talk about this untouchable. We like to talk about this untouchable gorilla gang who was slaying a 15-year-old boy, but we don't talk about these judges in Florida who sentenced a 15-year-old boy to life in prison for practicing wrestling moves with their neighbor. Come on now.
So I did.
Yes, we do.
Actually, I did.
I was on the panel with Josiah. Talking about that.
Y'all gonna have to
and
miss
also
me
talking
with that.
about a lot of the cases in California when Kamala Harris was the Attorney General. So we do talk about this.
Boom.
No, well,
I be-
I'm saying
This shit,
BLT.
we talk about this shit all the time.
BLT. I'm saying what I'm saying is too. We got to start giving like the kids something to where they could grasp on, because we can say don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, but is that showing them how to go out there and fill out a job application or to learn how to manage their money?
I do that too.
No,
Bro, we
I
got
know
that
that.
covered,
I
though.
know you do, but I'm talking about as far as I'm talking about across the board. I'm talking about not just
Well,
us, not
that's why
just
we need
me,
to make the
not just
curve
you.
now. That's why we need to make the curve now. Because this is
Yeah.
media. BMT got 20,000 subscribers. That 20,000 can easily become 100,000 people. And those 100,000 people can be able to spread it there. If we can be able to have it where a large pool of people can be able to say, I'm not doing this. I'm about real estate ownership. I'm about either investments of when it comes to tech. A lot of the times, they're not even focusing on making the change in curve. BMT was on a panel talking about judges sending people to their execution. Have you heard about Billy Ray Rector? Have anybody did the research? I'm not going to talk about it too much, but you know, black people love Democrats. But search on the story of Billy Ray Rector. He was literally a retarded black man that got sent to his death, and he was found innocent. But you know, that's a scenario that we talked about as well, Josiah. So Josiah do help people get jobs. Josiah helped me to be able to get in contact with real estate people for my channel.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm not saying that. I'm talking about why are we right now coming down and basically speaking on, because I made a video about it and I said the same. I'm pretty much saying the same thing that I said here, is that his boy, due to his past actions, his boys, and now this new stuff that I'm seeing, you know, with this women, I didn't know that he had all this stuff going on with the women and everything else like that. That was buried. But from what I know and the people in the industry that I know that know him, that have worked with him, that, you know, have done work with him and stuff like that, I was under the impression that, you know, he was moving away from this and they kind of pulled him back in, you know, that he was at the wrong place, wrong time. But now that I see that, okay, he's giving the money to the guy that's implicating him, whether or not he was directly involved or not, you keep implicating yourself. You keep putting yourself in situations. You're not stepping up, you know, helping women and stuff like that. But where do we go from here to kind of change the narrative, not just with the youth, but how do we change the narrative? Because I asked this question to, you know, on my podcast, Beats and Bits. I asked this question to the room. I've asked this question on other panels. How do we get from here? Because it seemed like it's the same song and dance. We denouncing it, and then Casanova goes to jail, 6ix9ine falls off. NBA YoungBoy gets locked up or worse, or whatever the case may be, and then some new cats come along that is just as wild, just as crazy, if not more. And we got to come back and we come and have the same conversation, and we come in and we basically saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. But why don't we use our platforms to talk about the artists that aren't doing these things?
I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? I already know what you do, BFT. You know I'm tapped in. I'm just saying when I say we gotta move away from talking about this, I'm talking about having the mega rants come on, having the Chrissa SJEs come on that are rapping about, you know, video games and life and having fun and doing different things like that. We got to start using our platforms to elevate these new artists who aren't as street men, you know, who got the same fire music that these artists have, but we got to have it to where we're promoting these people to the youth, and we put them in positions to get the $4 million. And until we make that cool again, it's not gonna happen. Because in the beginning, we had LL Cool J.
These artists are full of shit now. You got to show me one that is literally out there. I did a whole damn video series about a black-owned school that literally owns property, land, all that shit. You know how much that video got? That lady owns all of that shit for kids. A privately owned school. You wanna know how much that goddamn video got? I wonder how much did it make. Oh right, is that what 94 views? Right. So I always hear these kumbaya things. Then I did another one. About showing off property. You know what? They didn't care for that one up. 100 views. See, I like to always notice that whenever it comes time I can give a fuck about these artists anymore. And literally, because honestly, whenever I do, I go over and watch Real Deal Finance. This man talks about everything under the sun, not just black, but everything. You know what? I'm watching this brother trying, and he's trying to put out positive stuff. Nope. I watch my other brother, my little homie. Shout out to John. Jonathan puts out stuff about finance to help y'all brothers and sisters. He's all for talking about money and finance. MOT has been over there. Different people have been over there. I've been over there. But you know what the thing about it is?
We talk about properties, man. We was showing nothing of just properties and potential fast food franchises. We even try to find cheap laundromats.
But you know what the thing about it is? He has yet to get over 200. Like I said, but I know one thing. You want to know who's going to get support? You want to know who's going to really get support? Not this young man that is dead. Not this woman that has to somehow wake up every day and know that this guy right here, this piece of shit right here, him and all his buddies literally got to kill her baby, but his child gets to live. And she has to know. That's the thing about it. It hurts more when you know that the person, their kids are alive, but your kid is dead. And literally, so he gets to live his life out. So she had to hold that in. Her kid's been about dead for 2 years, just about. And she has to shut that up. She has to sit there with all her friends and her people. And I know y'all gonna say, but the women. But see, no. It wasn't the woman this time. It's actually these little ain't shit goddamn cretins that we keep on protecting in Neverland. They get the most. I swear they get the most protection. I swear they get the amnesty card. And see, it ain't the white. See, the white man is not even touching on us on this one. But he's like, what do I need to do that y'all do it better than me now?
With BMT, I feel like too, we got to start putting.
No, fuck them. I'm gonna put them down. I'm gonna talk shit on. I'm gonna put my foot.
No. I'm talking about. Listen to what I'm saying. We got to start putting money behind the positivity because they're putting money behind the negativity. They're putting money on top of money. It's a whole bunch of rappers that's doing the same thing as Casanova, the same thing as Chief Keef.
What about withdrawing from rap? What about just withdrawing?
You said what?
What about withdrawing? Yeah, just withdrawing from rap, man. Because if they ain't putting no money in positivity, man, then get out.
We need to, but I'm saying we need to put money into the positive
part, man. Negativity's where the money's at. I'm sorry to say,
but no, I'm saying we can make it. We can put money behind positivity. You can't say that with Drake being out here, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole being out here. There is money being put, but it's not as much.
I'm just gonna be honest, man. I mean, we are going into the
industry. They still dabble in it, man.
Right.
Guilty by association, right? Guilty by association.
We're going into the B system, man. I'm sorry, but money into guns, rapping about negativity. That is where the money's at. That's where the money's at.
That's where the money is at because the money been put there. You can't make nothing from something.
Way past
we are way past that.
No, I'm saying there are artists I just named who have jamming music who just need to get that push. A little push. They got fan bases,
but they
just need to get.
All right, Drake is not. Have you ever heard of Immortal? All right, DJ Kills. Have you ever heard of Immortal Technique?
Yeah.
Yes.
Immortal Technique needs money too.
Okay.
He needs, but the button pushed on him too.
But the thing is, like, he's not going to make it. You know why? Because he's not going to sell out.
No, he can make it if we put money behind. If we put money behind Immortal Technique, if we put money behind Mega Ran, if we put money behind these artists that are as much as everybody else putting money behind them and going, we need to be out there putting money behind these artists.
Why are we still putting in money into
money? It's putting money in the hip hop, man, into a dying format.
No, I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. Oh, it's not. Oh, it ain't dying.
It's dying due to the fact that
the biggest album.
You can't make money on it because people are not selling. People are not going diamond anymore. 50 Cent was the last dude that went diamond. 50 Cent was the last dude that went diamond. These dudes ain't going diamond.
Oh no, nobody's going diamond though. Nobody's going
The album.
quadruple
We,
platinum.
I
But I'm
agree with
saying,
BMT, man. I agree with BMT, man. Josiah trying to tell you something. Why we putting money in it?
So let me go after this. If a 3.2 billionaire doesn't own his own shit, the fuck makes y'all think that we are going to be able to buy anything in that goddamn industry?
What you talking about?
because
Kanye?
we can put money behind the people who are
You talking about
independent.
Kanye?
Not even Kanye. I'm not even talking about Kanye.
No, Kanye is $3.2 billion worth. He got more money than Jigga and Puffy and Diddy.
But
And
that's what
Dr.
I'm
Dre
saying
all
is,
combined,
I'm
and he
not even
doesn't own
talking
shit.
about them.
You know the crazy thing about it. You know the crazy thing about it. He offered to buy people out of their contract, but guess what? The industry tells them, no, we own them. It literally, Dave Chappelle out of his own mouth. I just did a show on that. Literally says, I don't own my name. They don't own their name. They don't have no ownership.
In perpetuity. In perpetuity, though. The contract is in perpetuity. That's the language where they pretty much own your shit regardless. They're going to be cash flowing it. They're going to be putting your face in commercials, TV, internet. They can put your shit in ice cream if they really wanted to because they own your name. In perpetuity.
But I'm saying we have
if he doesn't have the chance, man, what does it have anybody that's coming into that
go
industry?
out here and buy? We can buy ads. We can buy marketing. There's tools out here now.
You can. You can be able to make money in it as an independent artist. Don't get me wrong. You can be able to make money as an independent artist. But if we're gonna pump in millions of dollars, Tech Nine, yes,
never gets brought up.
Nobody's really going to want to touch. No one's really going to want to touch Tech Nine after that situation. Tech Nine has to watch his back for the rest of his life. Who wants to put money into him?
True.
You all have to invest in bulletproof vests and witness protection program for our family.
The main thing about it is, and the thing about, I'm about to wrap this up. Shout out to DJ. DJ, I fucks with you. You already know, man. We were coming up together in this. You know what I'm saying? He does the gaming. He does the gaming scheme. This is another YouTube as well as a podcast gamer. Also, you guys, listen, y'all, check out my homie, my brother, Real News. He does that. If y'all want some good news, very chillax, very ease, go check out my homie Real News Uncut, and also check out if y'all want to get some financial tips. I think you should probably do something like that for like your top 5 tips for 221. John, you might want to do that and get ahead of the game.
We doing well, I'm doing a live stream because I have like my consultations consultants that manage to make some money on the Amazon and also Shopify. They're on the live stream. Literally, the last thing that I did was a 2-hour panel that I did with my homie Wes. He managed to get some sales. William, he managed to get some sales. Another dude. There's about 15 people that took my consultation. They're making sales. I got 100 and damn near 170 subscribers, but I still get around 10% of my subscriber base to get involved when it comes to Amazon. And also we talk about stocks as well, but really Amazon, like I got a couple products that I have on a list. Anybody that wants to book a consultation, please reach out to me because there's people that come on my panel, made sales, and show you their screen of the sales that they made. One dude made $600 last week, and we trying to get him to be able to make $3,500 for the next month. So yeah, Josiah, I'm already prepared.
Okay, I got you, family. Listen,
I'm already prepared.
If y'all want the breakdown, see, y'all gonna understand. Love Wisdom, boy, this woman was a prophetess walking the sands. If y'all want to understand the breakdown of the Black community and the mindset, and this is something new that we try. We're gonna be doing more. Don't worry. We so far we just tried it. Go look at this. What we just did just 2 hours ago. We did Will the Lost Boys and Girls of Neverland YouTube ever wake up? Because see, this right here, that's a Peter Pan. That's Peter Pan right there. And see, no matter what, he will have his own family. But like Love Wisdom, I told you, Peter Pan can't sit still. He has to go back to Neverland. He cannot maintain a family. He can have a woman, Come on, brothers. This is the same thing we be talking about in the manosphere that a lot of y'all say y'all want. Y'all want a woman. Boom. Y'all want y'all children. Boom, boom. Y'all want that high value money. Boom. He had everything y'all wanted, but said, forget it. The streets are calling me. I need to be out there. Even to the point where his own people had no problem killing a boy, a child. Members of Gorilla Stone committed terrible acts of violence, trafficked in narcotics, and even engaged in brazen fraud by exploiting brazen programs meant to provide assistance in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, said acting U.S. Attorney Audrey. So this man did all this to y'all. He didn't do it to any other community. He did it to your community. That's why I'm mad. If y'all ain't mad at him, I'm mad at him. But he had no problem hurting our people, trafficking drugs and narcotics and poison to our people and our children and our men and our women, and even engaged in fraud and exploiting programs that probably your school needed, probably John's business needed, probably DJ Killzone's family needed, probably real deal, real news, probably the stuff he needed to keep his job afloat. See, the money y'all need, but see, they keep track of the money that goes in certain areas. But see, he had no problem getting that money and using it for his own gain.
DMT, this is why when people got mad at me when I talked about Breonna Taylor and started cursing me out, they can understand that when these women and these men go into the drug game, these women protect these men, you're helping white supremacy. You're poisoning our people. While they're all living high up the hog, drinking that Cristal, eating that fine steak, families are being broken apart in the black community. I knew a woman I used to go to school with. She used to tell me that her mother was on drugs and her mother's two male friends was on drugs. When she was passed out, her mother's two male friends molested her. This is why and you get mad when I go hard, because I've dated women who suffered dysfunctional homes, and some of them would tell me stories, and you hear stories, from, just earshot away of black women talking about their messed up childhoods, and it's because of drugs. And you have black women like Breonna Taylor or black men like Jamarcus Glover or Kenneth Walker, you selling drugs, selling pills, and you having trap houses, you try destroying the community, and then Breonna Taylor gets killed. Everybody wants to feel sorry for her, but you're not feeling sorry for the families that she's helped destroy handling that drug dealer's money. You're not talking about that mother who sold her daughter at a young age for crack. No one's talking about that. Why? You look at these drug dealers as heroes. And they're not heroes. They're poisoning the community. They're helping white supremacy. And I thought about when you decide to side with drug dealers and stuff like that and try to emulate them, you're a white supremacist black spin. That's how I see you. You're just as bad as Barack Obama.
And here's the thing about it. I know some of y'all were saying that wasn't him. He's accused of punching and robbing a young woman, a $4 million man, beating and robbing a woman. And they got the woman.
Yeah, BNT, like I said, I got it, my phone is getting ready to die.
I'm just saying that video.
I didn't have no idea about all of this right here.
I was trying to warn you, man.
I'm saying I saw the other ones, the other stuff. Like I said, it seems like that's circumstantial. This is like it's right here. We got proof. Like I don't just like to go off of what a blog or a site if they don't have the proof. Like if they just say, okay, we got this from so and so, I go and I look at the source. I go and look at, certain things, but you went and found things that I wasn't even privy to because I did my research and going through listening to him on different podcasts, seeing who, but like I said, when you start dealing with these women and, what I'm saying, if he knew that they did, like I said, it's hard to tell if he knew about the kid and everything else like that. And if you don't make steps to distance yourself from that foolishness, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like he again, he's guilty by association.
He could have left the game 2 years ago and still got pinched today. So
exactly, that's why I'm saying, John. That's why I've been trying to tell BMT. It never leaves you. Once you in that system, you in that system. So, but again, this new stuff with these females.
I ain't defending his action. It's just really just a matter of time because boy,
that's what I'm saying. So it's like you got this stuff with these females brewing now. So it's like, hey, like I said a while ago, I rest my case.
I don't blame the females. I can't necessarily deflect the attention of females.
That got him caught up.
All this is conspiracy, man. Boy can get on charge on conspiracy charge
alone.
Just alone, because Casanova needs to be in jail, man. Because that's egregious. A 15-year-old got shot and killed over this stupid shit, over this stupid nigga business.
But now, hang on. Now, I gotta let you
blame it on white supremacy. It's the white man's fault.
And like I said, if he knows about it,
it's Casanova's fault, man. Casanova is a grown-ass man. Casanova's in his 30s.
Until the judge slams the gavel, until they take him, put him in the court. They're only letting you know. They're only just informing you and keeping you up to date. See, back then they didn't tell you all the shit. Now they let you know, but they have to call it a conspiracy. So that way it's not. Have any of y'all ever done jury duty? Has anybody ever done jury duty?
No, not yet.
Yeah, once.
Okay,
no,
so,
not yet.
Now, okay, so I'm pretty sure that real news understands. I understand. When you do jury duty, they ask you, do you have any biases? In other words, we're not going to lie and say that sometimes the news can skew your judgment. Okay, so that's why they call it a conspiracy. But they're not saying we know he definitely did this. But here's the thing: if they've put out that camera video, which y'all just see, I let DJ talk. But then see, if I was the prosecutor, I'm gonna say, okay, I let you say all that good stuff. Here's the videotape. See, there you go. That's you, and that's you. And also, these are the dates and times. These are also the witnesses. See, now all of a sudden the jury's like, oh,
yep,
that's not a conspiracy. That's actually. But see, they have to call it a conspiracy because that's the law. But other than that, when they get in that court, once they say, "Oh, that's real," that's real. Just like saying Kyle Rittenhouse, it's a conspiracy if he shot the people, but they already knew he shot the people, but they looked at the video. See, when you look at these videos in the courthouse, it's no longer a conspiracy.
That's self-defense. Kyle Rittenhouse.
BMT. Will they give him racketeering? They'll just give him the racketeering. Okay, the racketeering.
Listen, he getting that RICO. He's getting that RICO. He's not walking out. And please don't think Hova is going to speak for him.
No. So man, if he didn't speak for Beanie Siegel, man, and Beanie Siegel didn't have nowhere near like this, he just needed boy to be pretty much his custodial garden, and Jay-Z said no. This shit is with RICO, man. They didn't help him when Casanova got sued for $150,000 for stealing somebody's beat to be able to get the hit back in 2017, 2018, because he had like 2 hits. But like I said, so he don't got, like I said, he don't got that many things. He don't got that much stuff really riding for him. Oh, Black teacher, I got kicked out the Philadelphia. Listen, when they find out that you're biased, and real news will tell you, they'll kick you off the trial because they think you're going to be biased. They don't play with that. So that's why they got to call it a conspiracy. But other than that, it's when the feds step in for the most part, you really don't be beating those cases because they're not going to touch you unless they know they got you. That's the only time they really touch you.
Grandmaster Jay is facing 20 years in prison for pointing a gun at him.
Like when y'all talk about the Breonna Taylor thing, that wasn't the police that were coming out. That was the feds that were watching her. They were watching her, and then literally people jumped the gun when it came to doing certain stuff. That's where they messed up at. That's why the lawsuit was able to stick, because they didn't follow the procedures.
Right.
But other than that, they already have. Listen, when they want to come get you, they'll watch you. Come on, John, you know this. What do? Do they not go back and look at all your financial records 10 years prior.
Yes, 10 years prior. They have to look at 10 years prior. They got to figure out, okay, because they got to see if the laws, because if they go 10 years prior and there's a specific law that was in there that was pretty much a loophole, they would say it's grandfathered in. But other than that, if I started something today, like if I started the LLC today or wait 3 months where, new tax changes come in, they'd be like, nah, we don't recognize this as law no more. Shit changed. Like Biggie, like Biggie Smalls song, shit done changed. So yes, they got to go 10 years prior to be able to see. They have to do an audit. They get the big three to audit my shit. They want to see the balance sheets, tax returns. Who else? Who was I was in contact with? If it's like that, and it takes 7 years to be able to prove your innocence. Where if you strayed for 7 years, and this has come from Mafia documentary, they said if they do your shit 7 years, they don't see nothing, they don't hear nothing. They turn the camera off, but they still watching you. They're still watching you.
So you got
It's just that
right.
you never get away from this, man. You never get away from this. Honestly.
Think about it. If you did 8, and see here, that's why I'm just before I'm about to wrap it up for y'all.
Okay.
Listen, he already did 8 years. Okay.
He's 35, I think. Wait, is he 35?
He's going to be 35. Yeah, he's 35 now. So, well, no, he's 34. He's 34.
34.
He's 34 when they arrested him. So, the stuff y'all talking about back in the day, he's already paid that debt to society. That means he has a whole nother life. If we gave Real News that money, Real News wouldn't be here. If I was the crackhead cousin that was selling dope and I said, hey, Real News, let me borrow $2,000, Real News will hang up the phone. He said, don't. You probably change the number. Yeah. Most people when they start making money, they start changing stuff. So the old people can't get, and you can't tell me that I'm lying because we see this when people start getting jobs. What do we always say? They act funny, they act different, they act new, because they know you ain't about nothing, or you probably ain't gonna be about that. So I know I deal with that today. So still paying your old gang leaders and still funding and riding around and stick arming people. That girl, some people didn't get out that system. And I don't feel bad for this brother, not at all. He's not my brother actually. He's just he's a disgusting individual. The defense wanted me on. Prosecutor and judge tried to use everything in their power to not use the strike. I would not excuse myself. Oh,
well, damn. Well, damn. If it's really like that.
But you know what? Like I said, shout out to my brother DJ Killzone. Check him out.
Yo, my BMT, can you put my link? I put my link in the private chat, man. Can you copy and paste that? I don't got a wrench. I ain't expecting a wrench, but can hook a brother up, brother.
I got no problem. Y'all go ahead and check him out. Let me drop that in for y'all. Like I said,
put my link up in there too.
Yeah, I seen you, man. Hold on.
Hang on, send me all stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna cover Ice Cube returning to the live stream and talking more about his plan for Black America. You're gonna talk about that.
If you're gonna talk about it, then I can let you hit it. You feel me? If you're gonna talk about it, I'll let you hit it because, like I said, I want all my people to eat. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, for real, go check out Real News Raw and Uncuts. He gives some pretty good scoops. He pretty much puts out something every day, just about. That's pretty much. It's not long. It's not long-winded or anything. You guys, like I said, most of the time I talk about stuff that ain't nobody hardly talking about. Y'all ain't hear nobody yet really go talk about DJ. I think DJ said he talked about it, but as far as DJ, what did you talk about Casanova?
When I talked yesterday, I pretty much just said what I said here was he was guilty by association, and I feel like his past is coming back to haunt him, and I feel like now with seeing this new stuff that you brought to the table, I really can't feel sorry for him. Hopefully he got evidence. Hopefully he can get past this, but he's still gonna have to deal with the stuff with the females. Because he came out and said we got to protect Black women. He was going at Tory Lanez and called out Tory Lanez at the club, saying,
now he's doing this. Now he's doing hypocritical shit right here.
Yep.
But that's the thing though. When they say like protecting women, you gotta understand they trying to really protect. They don't really. It's a it's a way of saying like protect women like Megan Thee Stallion, protect women like Cardi B, women who date toxic men. And when you try to advise them not to do that, they ignore you and say you're hating. And then when something happens, they want you to come to their distress.
But that's a whole different topic. Even still, it don't matter how it still don't justify.
I don't saying to justify any of that, but the thing is, what I'm trying to say is the fact that you gotta understand that a lot of these entertainers, these women, they date these type of men, and they don't think about is this man gonna love me? They date these men for clout. I'm not saying it was right for Tory Lanez to do what he did, but you gotta understand, these women had to have known that these men were not